What it do. It's your boy, DJ Mixmaster Chaos. On this beautiful Wednesday evening, let's talk Rant. The S.M.F.H show today. Broadcasting live from Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is a beautiful country. This was supposed to be really where I was supposed to move to a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a beautiful city, man. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't know. It might have changed since the last time I really just visited here. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of beautiful. I mean, it's still, the scenery is beautiful, but what we gonna leave that alone right now. But anyway, how's everybody doing on this goddamn Wednesday evening? No, I'm straight. Even though all this bullshit going on in the world makes you wonder what the hell is really going on in a lot of people's mind since this pandemic, because that's what it is, pandemic. Ain't no pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is never a pan. You gotta put the L on there to make it plan, because this situation was created, and it was created for a reason. I've always said to myself that a lot of times in society we find ourselves listening to a lot of things that we seem to not understand really. You know what I'm saying? And we basically depend on the government, we depend on the media, which is the news, to give us true information about what's going on in the world. But quite frankly, a big percentage of that is majority is lies being told to us. You know what I'm saying? Because quiet is kept, somebody's making a big impact, a big hustle game off the situation. And what I mean by that is somebody's making a lot of money off of your stupidity, basically. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us don't seem to understand it. We go off of a bunch of rumors and lies and stuff like that, because this country was based on trauma, drama, emotions. They test us on all this stuff. They try to see how you feel about certain things throughout life. You know what I'm saying? They, it starts in the school system. You know what I'm saying? When we were going to school, we've been taught that Christopher Columbus discovered America. And when you think about it, you're like, damn, well, for real? So nobody was on this land mass when Christopher Columbus got here? Oh, yeah, the Indians were here. Yeah. And they basically shook hands, showed the pilgrims that, welcome to America, or welcome to our country, you know. And they shook hands, and they basically, what you call that, what's the word I'm looking for? They basically taught each other's history of where they come from and the things of that nature, whatever the case may be. And they basically shook hands, and they were good friends. And they basically said, y'all can have all this country free of charge, basically. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, shout out to my brother Curtis Hine. If I send you the link, you want to come on, bro? But you ain't gonna come on. You too scared. You want to sit up there and chat for a little bit, and then want to disappear in the cloud of smoke. I believe you're scared. You ain't got no business being scared. You talk all this shit, bro. You want to come on? Cause I'll bring you on now. Don't be in the damn chat room talking. We need you. I need to see you. Okay, I'm finna send you. I'm finna send it over, bro. Cause brother Judah, he'll be on in a minute. I don't know what my brother Dark Prince is. You know what I'm saying? I think he's probably pretty busy probably this week. Shout out to my brother Dark Prince. You know what I'm saying? Let me send brother Curtis, this damn link, bro. This, now when you click on this link, bro, it's easier than it was on Zoom when I was on Zoom. All you gotta do is click the top. It automatically tell you. I guess you put your name in and all that old goof ass shit, and it'll bring you in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got your audio and your camera straight how you want it. Yeah, but let's see. Well, hell, I did send you the link, didn't I? Oh, I probably send it to you again. Cause I thought I did. Yeah, I did send you the damn link. Man, you got the link. I'll send it to you again. But you got the link is in your box, bro. It's in your box. It's in there. It's in there. Just come on in. But anyway, he said Columbus extended Jewish living. Yeah. Well, that could be true. I don't know. Only thing I do know is that that was a bunch of lies that was told to us. Like, you know, he was such a good man and had me thinking like, you know, these guys was basically coming to this country to, you know, make a whole new land. They call it the New World and all that old shit. That was just a bunch of shit to throw us off. It was lies all across the board because Christopher Columbus was a fucking, what they consider as a radical. He was a damn killer, a rapist, a murderer. He had slaves. And that motherfucker there didn't give a rat's ass about nobody but his Caucasian people. He basically came over here and did a mind fuck game with these Indians and took their land, fought to the death, and won in some aspects. But in a lot of aspects, they lost. But they're not gonna tell you that because they wanted to make like that the Caucasians basically dominated the land. But it wasn't always the case. But like I say, guess when you control the story, you control the narrative. So if you write this story, automatically people are going to believe it because they're gonna say it's true. You know, they've been doing this for shit hundreds of years, lying to us. And the way this whole fiasco is set up, far as religion, politics and religion is the same fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you basically going off. You know, I'm not saying religion is a lie, but there are things that are in the book that they basically cherry picks what they want people to believe and what they want people to not believe. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, look at who then came into the house.
In the building.
Oh, there he is. Man, tell me before you start, tell me your shit is together tonight. I don't want you to jump up out of here like Flash Gordon. I like
Oh,
you good?
we ready.
You good tonight, right?
Yeah, we ready.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the card and everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ain't God good? Goddamn. But bro, I guess you probably already knew what happened to me last week. So after you got cut off,
Talk
I had
to
a
me.
severe, I had a severe debate. But I mean, against the brother, you
Yeah.
know, so
I want
I wasn't gonna talk about him no more because I
no, we
basically
ain't
made
talking
my point.
about nobody. I want to know what was said though, you know what I'm saying? What was his argument, you know what I'm saying, to you? Because you heard it all what he had to say. So what was his piece that he was saying?
It was, I mean, what it was. I mean, no disrespect to the brother, but he was basically saying that we shouldn't be taken up for the brother's ignorance and the things that he done to the young women. And you know, like I said, I'm not gonna even go into that detail about that situation because I said I wasn't gonna talk about it because I basically felt like I won the conversation anyway because it don't even matter because like it got to the point where it started getting real deep and some things that was said that I didn't like, but at the same time I let it go And I just did what the nation has taught the nation soldiers to do. Is basically not to get all into your feelings of emotional when people get out of character, try to get out of character with you, or whatever the case may be.
Oh, that's our people. We very emotional. That's why
You
it's
know.
such a rampant. I mean, hell, you already know where you from. You already know what it is. So
Oh yeah,
my whole thing
man.
is, you know what I'm saying, emotions, you know what I'm saying, that's the problem. Is that we were created as males to be logic thinkers. You know what I'm saying? The 2 + 2 is 4. We don't worry about, you know what I'm saying, what am I gonna be able to work it out? Do we got any scratch paper? Anybody got any pens? That's emotional stuff running around there. We don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It goes to two
Well,
plus two is 4. So we don't worry about that. But anyway, on to tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's jump into it. I saw what you had up, you know, with the cartoon and depiction of Superman, and I don't know who the other fella was.
well,
Was
the
it
other
Kid?
fella, according to social media, the other picture was supposed to have been Superman's son. You know, I'm trying. I'm trying not to be mean tonight, but it's not about me being mean. It's about me basically being who I am, and that's being real about this shit, bro. Because this shit is getting out of fucking hand.
Now,
I'm
now,
sorry.
now, let me
I
tell
have
you
to
where
say
that's
it.
from. We have seen, let's put him on out there, Will Smith. His first movie was Six Degrees of Separation,
Mm-hmm.
where he was doing homosexual acts in there. Now, let's fast forward after all, you know what I'm saying, the box office hits, Independence Day, Ali, and all the rest of the game. Jaden comes up now, his son. Now, since the fellow was young, every time he had the man on a talk show, he was trying to kiss the man down. Every talk show that they were on, Jaden was running from him. But then after a while, as we know, if the pressure is constant all the time,
Mm-hmm.
eventually you'll be a product of your environment. And that's when he threw on the dress. And I never saw Will run up on him and kiss him no more after he threw the dress on. It's like now you're on autopilot. That's what it looked like to me. So the agenda that's pushed through the country, through these celebrities, through the media, is just about, you know, wiping out our race once again. Because it all comes down to male and female. And they'll keep telling us now we want the males with the males, the female with the male. And if you come up with something, that's even better. You're gonna write that in that. That's on the job application. Male, female, and other, like it's a Muppet planet, bro.
Well, I mean, literally, I see it. I've been seeing it for years. It's been shown to
Yeah.
me in different entities. You know what I'm saying? In all points. You know, through the music, television, movies, society itself. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it that the machine knows that majority of American people are simps. You barely ever catch too many people basically talking against the machine because they really don't know the machine. Then a lot of them know the machine, but they're scared to say something. It's just
Mm.
like back in slavery. You didn't go against the slave master or try to take him to court or try to get him to the point where you letting him know that he's wrong for basically setting you out and your people are doing, by lynching and beating and stuff just because, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that part on the movie Django, when Calvin Candy said that part that you basically tripped. When I first showed you that movie, and I said, watch this part of this movie where Calvin Candy basically explained the whole genealogy of the black man's mind, black people's mind. And he broke it down. He said, you know, he showed you old Ben, the skull of old Ben, which was a old slaver for his father. And he said how his father basically did old Ben in every kind of way that was wrong. And he said he shaved his father's face and did in and everything for his father. He said, but he said if that had been him, he'd have cut his goddamn daddy's neck, and it would have took him so long to even thinking about it, because he would have did that shit right there front and center. And even before he even got to that point of saying about old Ben, he said all these slaves that are on this plantation, they can all basically get together and kick our ass. Why won't they kill us? Why they don't kill us? Why are they scared to even do anything? Because he felt like, hell, if it had been them, oh, they'd have did what they had to do to basically get their minds right and contribute to taking care of business like they supposed to let these motherfuckers know you ain't finna take over my life and make me out to be shit. You know what I'm saying? But black people, for some odd reason, that ain't the case. We basically go along to get along because we feel like
Those
we just
first
want to
thing.
live. We want to live. We want to live. And we feel like we're going to get whatever's given to us off the top. The man is going, he going to get, because I mean, you got black people thinking that just because they get a master's degree, they're better than you. Because we work in
Listen,
I drive a truck. You work in the factory. They're better than you. But you didn't even think
nah.
about the word master's degree. Take that goddamn word, that one word, master. Don't that ring a bell in slavery? Master?
But
You
see, here's the
basically
crazy
get,
thing.
yeah, go
I
ahead,
done come
bro.
to find out, folks. I done come to find out, folks, they actually got master's degrees. Education does not surpass intelligence. And then the
Never
thing
have.
about it, I come to find out that, they really don't even have the common sense. Because once you start getting to the point where you think, okay, I'm a book smart type of person, that's not applicable in today's society.
Nope, never have.
Knowledge is forever being, changed and shown in fashion and new ways to, the new generation so they can understand it, which means you have to have new methods of being taught. And when you have the same type of, hell, they ain't even got textbooks mostly no more now in the schools. You can't even do
No,
the research
no,
on
no.
it.
They get the kids tablets or some shit now, from what I was
Listen,
told.
they dumbing down everybody, bro. Listen, just got a status quo report from wife the other day. She said, I told her to send it to me. And it showed, the grade level reading as far as from K through 12. Now,
Mm-hmm.
people, let me tell you something. When I got to the seniors part of this list, the seniors are reading at a ninth grade level.
Hmm.
Now, backtrack 3 all the way back down to kindergarten. At third grade, I dropped down there playing, drop down the ladder quickly. At third grade, they're still reading at a kindergarten level. Now, I remember being in third grade, we was doing timetables by this time frame and writing in cursive and all that. And then also, to make this thing soar, I've come to find out that they're deciding to take history out of the school. It will no
Hmm.
longer be a subject. Now, most folks say, okay, that's not going to be really anything big, but I mean, your history tell you exactly this is how we got to where we are now. So if you have a place where they got rid of the prayer first, they got rid of, the freedom of speech. They got rid of, we trade in our comfort for security. So now,
Hmm.
since we want to be, secure in everything, we get to a point now we don't even own our own lives. Society outside that's, the big machine that's over that is running that forward. It's telling you how to
Hmm.
feel. Right now, it's telling everybody, I need you scared and timid and get this shot. I have never seen commercials this many in my life that's been jumping up on.
Bro, it's a video that was emailed to me by someone this afternoon bro. I'm telling you, this shit is gonna get hectic. Only thing I can tell motherfuckers, you better know how. You better wear a ski mask and you better know how to shoot. That's all I got to say. I'm not gonna go no further in the whole concepts of what I'm talking about, but to the woke and understandable people, you better wake the fuck up and stop living in this goddamn boogie wonderland, because what they're preparing to do to us right now is gonna be like no other. And a lot of us sit around here and thinking that, it's a conspiracy theory and folks is making this. Let me tell you something. One thing I had to learn being a human being on this planet is that you got to stand on your feet for something, because you will fall for any fucking thing. And right now, they know people are falling for everything that comes along. I was telling First Lady today, I was reading something where they were saying that there's a shortage of truck drivers out here.
And on top of that, they said they're gonna
Bro,
start getting soldiers.
you want to see a picture that I took of the truck drivers that you think they okay? Let me show you what the shortage. If this is a shortage, goddamn, I hate to see when they have full capacity. I'm gonna show you a fucking clip, a picture
Okay.
out of California, out of my hometown, up in Los Angeles, up in motherfucking up in San Pedro, the Los Angeles harbor, where they get all the what's I was about to say slave ships, where you, but the cargo ships come from China and Malaysia and all them places from the western part of the, the globe or whatever. They come into Los Angeles. That's where all the freight, all the overseas freight come in from. See, a lot
Y'all
of
get
it
everything from the east.
it don't just come on planes. They bring it on over ships on big
Yeah.
containers. And I'm gonna show you this port. This was shown to me early today out of LA.
I think I've already seen it. Now
Now
what you
look at this.
showing me?
Now look at this. Look at this is an overhead view. Now do that look like a goddamn shortage to you?
Now hold on, it's still loading over here on my end. But I think I know exactly what you're talking about because wifey showed me something about this as far as cargo ships all backed up out there. And
Oh
my thing is,
yeah. And a lot
mhm,
of the ships had to get diverted to Houston, Texas, because they can't offload them in California because they got enough workers. Not to mention, and then truck drivers are stuck because they can't get their shit offloaded. So they basically just stuck there until somebody can get their shit off. Get their shit off. So these motherfuckers know what they doing. They playing hippity hop mind games with the people. But you don't hear the media talking about this shit here.
no.
Like I said, I'm out here. I know what's out here. It's, like I said, all night, all day and night, trucks are running back and forth on I-40 from California all the way to the Carolinas. And it gets heavier on traffic when it gets down south, like around Arkansas, I-40, going through Little Rock. When you get to Little Rock, I-30 that splits off, 440 that goes to 30, splits off going from Little Rock to Dallas Fort Worth. Truck traffic to the fucking fullest, to where it's so many trucks, goddamn it. A lot of times they be shutting down early. Like back in the day when I first started driving, it was easy to get a truck parking. Now if you don't get no parking before the sun go down, motherfucker, you shout. Cause they got a lot of foreigners over here driving trucks now. They got a whole lot of goddamn Armenians, Arabs, uh, Persians, Dominicans, Haitians, Africans, Mexicans, of course, Puerto Ricans, Asian. I mean, the whole fucking human family damn near drive trucks now. And then they're telling you, like First Lady saying, trying to create chaos, putting panic in people so they can run out and buy shit like it's no tomorrow. Yeah, it's true. Man, you go in the goddamn store, they got all the goddamn freight. Now just think about it. All the goddamn freight on these trailers Can't go no goddamn where. But at the same time, all your products is in these trailers, but your stores is empty. This is not no accident. This is what's really going on. This is what they want to go on. Because they want you to, they're doing in and everything to keep this divide and conquer tactics going. That's why they coming from all directions. It ain't about the hokey pokey, just about the hokey pokey. It's about scamming and scaring the human family to doing crazy shit to where they want to kill themselves, want to be killed, or vice versa. Everything is just fucked up. That's the reason why I call this show tonight the Shaking My Motherfucking Head Show. S.M.F.H. Because it's all type of shit going on that people really don't understand. And a lot of times they try to figure out what the fuck is going on. Why is this shit like it is? I'll tell you why it's like it is. They telling you to go this way when shit need to be going that way. They're throwing you off with distractions. They're getting you even with the little simple shit like R. Kelly. Like I went and talked about Kelly. I said I want to talk about R. Kelly, but we talked about R. Kelly last week. And we had motherfuckers that up in arms and in their feelings talking shit about this and that and other. And I basically said what I had to say, which made motherfuckers get emotional, which I'm not surprised because I told you way before we started this goddamn podcast back last year. I said, bro, we're going to get Mike Tyson blows from all directions because people don't understand what's really going on out here. Plain and simple. They just thinking that we just making and creating problems when the problem's already been created. You just too fucking blind. You too busy up here snoring and going to sleep while the fuck we up working, looking and seeing what the fuck is going on out here. Plain and simple. It's right there in your fucking face. Not to mention, you're a Christian, right? Read it in your Bible. It's in the Bible. The Bible, Revelations tell you all this shit that's going on right now. That's the reason why preachers don't want to preach Revelations, because Revelations is going to scare the hell out of them. You're going to find out the real truth.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, you know what I'm saying? It scared the hell out of everybody right now. Because it's actually, you know what I'm saying, Revelation is reading like a newspaper right now. A newspaper, bro. Details and all that. Said, you know what I'm saying, how I used to say, you know what I'm saying, for more information, go, you know what I'm saying, page 4B or something like that. You get the details. Oh, it's going in.
Oh, yeah.
Because everything, you know what I'm saying, from what I've been seeing as far as the Horsemen, the last two that was galloping, I definitely see that going on. Euphrates River, you know what I'm saying, drying up, I see that definitely going down. And my people, you know what I'm saying, they still hollering about everything else except these things right here. Because these things right here was spoken thousands of years before they went down. That way interests me. And so when it's playing out exactly where it says it's going to play out, it's got my full attention. And with that, I ain't worried about nothing else, bro. I ain't worried about nothing else because it's already telling me about how this going to go down. So all I'm supposed to do is relax and eat my popcorn.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. But let's get back into this situation with Superman.
Most definitely.
The new Superman.
I like the way you said that too. The new Superman.
The new Superman. Not the old one, the new one.
Yeah, the new one. Go ahead.
Well, this picture right here has been surfacing all over the internet. I seen it on the news station out in my hometown. Fox 11 in Los Angeles was talking about it. KABC Channel 7 was also talking about it, which all the media outlets were talking about it from east to west. And a lot of people,
because see, they're the one pushing this madness. The media, once again.
The minister said that the media is nothing but the two of the architects of the synagogue of Satan. They basically help put in people's minds the madness that the powers that be want them to have. See, this right here is basically not going to just fuck up the masses' mind with the bullshit that they trying to push, but they pushing for the kids because this is a cartoon.
And now he's talking about you strong and gay.
Huh?
That's what the depiction is. You're strong and gay. That's supposed to be manly now.
Yeah.
That's what they
So I
saying now.
so I guess Superman got a son called Sissy Man, huh?
That's what they ask for now.
Peace and blessings, Miss Keisha. What's going on? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. But
Oh, sis.
uh yeah. Sissy Man, able to leap all assholes in a single bound.
Here you go. Here you go.
Bussy Man. You know I'm gonna say some shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about fucking man. Fuck that shit. This is a damn shame, bro. It's a goddamn shame. You know, and First Lady had me laughing yesterday. I mean, well, she had put it in my mind yesterday about. You remember they started that shit with Captain America? They had Captain.
Yeah.
They had Captain America with some overalls on, some tight ass overalls on, and a motherfucking bandana on his head like Tupac.
No, I got
And he,
one
I don't,
better.
what the fuck?
I got one better. Now, what they thought they was gonna slide it in, but now see, growing up, I used to love, you know what I'm saying, the comics, superheroes, you know what I'm saying? It was a step out of reality. I got a chance to see some fellas do some things, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't ordinary. That's what I like. I think that's what everybody liked about the comics, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is getting to this point now and seeing why they playing with it. I'm watching Avengers, you know, and this is which one was this? Matter of fact, it's the first Avengers. The very first Avengers. All right. Y'all go check it out. Now, fast forward from that to the last one, whereas they had to go back in time, you know what I'm saying, to get the stones. If y'all ain't saw the movie, sorry for, you know what I'm saying, giving you a spoiler alert. I should have did that earlier. But anyway, that's what happened. It's going back in time. And the thing about when they went back in time, they actually, you know what I'm saying, were trying to stay out of sight of their past selves because they were still doing their thing during that time frame. So Captain America happens to run across Captain America.
Hmm.
They get into a fight. Young Captain is actually winning, which is the past Cap.
Hmm.
The only thing breaks the concentration is that old Cap says Bucky's alive, which is, you know what I'm saying, his best homeboy from back in the day out of Brooklyn. So when he said that, young Cap lets go of the whole like what? And then he hits him, you know what I'm saying, with a quick jab, knocks him out. But the thing about when he picks up the suitcase to walk off, he looks at him, he said, yeah, that is a nice ass on him. Now hold that. Ant-Man,
Oh boy. I'm tired of
Ant-Man
going
was
back.
talking about it and said,
Ugh.
yeah, that's America's ass right there. Now, how am I supposed to feel as a person who used to like these type of superhero movies? Now they telling me, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to come on over here and throw on some fluff.
I'm trying.
Even
I'm up here, I'm literally about to start crying because I'm
listen,
holding back.
even
I'm holding back
listen.
my laugh because nigga,
Well,
I got so much shit to say.
all
It
right,
is, it's
you, I
building up.
hope you can
It's
hold it.
building. It's building up. It's building up like a bowel movement right now, my nigga.
You better put your pamp on because it's gonna be shit everywhere. You hear?
I'm telling you now. I
Now
mean,
listen,
cause see this shit. Whoo, what?
listen.
Mm.
Now let's get back to it now. Now, how am I supposed to feel about this fluff now? All right. Now you've got Captain America, Ant-Man looking each other's asses, and that's okay. You got Superman kissing on his son, and that's okay. So my thing is they got laws passed by yours truly, y'all president Barack Obama, that said it's now law. It
It's
is now
okay for you
law
to. It's
to
okay for you
respect.
to ass ram another man. That's what
Yeah,
Obama said.
yeah. hmm Yes, you can. That's
Don't walk
exactly what
that
they do.
ass.
And they asked him, "Can we do it?" He's like, "Yes, you can."
Super soak that ass. Man, look.
But the whole country and his whole mentality is now corrupt. That's what it is. The
Well,
mentality of this nation is corrupt, bro. And this is
I
what we
said it
at.
earlier. They find all type of different types of entities that's going to try to destroy the human family. That's the whole plight of this whole situation. They coming in all directions, trying to take us down the best way
You
they
remember
can
Tracy Morgan?
do. Say what now, bro?
You remember Tracy Morgan?
Yeah.
Okay. He had a show that he used to do, and it's exactly what they're doing right now. It's called Scare Tactics. And they doing their damns to make sure they stay on top because he's like, now the trick was back in was it 2001, 9/11, y'all, is when they first pulled their first caper to say, "Okay, let's see what happened."
Mm-hmm.
The response they got is a response is what they still running with right now. When they scared, they're gonna do exactly what we asked them to do.
Oh yeah. Long as they know that you are frightened people, and and especially emotional people, they already know they got your ass right where they want you to be at
Well,
on
that's
this
the
whole
thing. Fear is an
situation.
emotion,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's a powerful emotion.
emotion make you cry sometimes.
Ain't that what they do?
Mhm. Oh yeah, I had a motherfucker cried on my show last week.
Nah, that's the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? When we own this thing, it ain't gonna get for no tit for tat on that. And it ain't about women.
Oh
It's
no,
about
it's not.
principle.
It's not about. I'm just making a joke about it now because the shit's over and done with. The moral of the
No,
story is
you over in the garbage can right now, picking up stuff. Let me look at this again. Now, y'all need to
I
put that
can't
shit
help it,
down.
man. Look, I come from a whole nother creed of
I
life,
understand it.
and with
I
these
well,
mother
listen.
and bro, Steve, don't co-sign this bullshit for these goddamn folks out here, bro.
I ain't co-signing. You ain't never
See
known me to
you,
do that.
see you doing just like First Lady doing. You coming in with them quiet ass little snips. See, I can't come quiet. I gotta get loud as a motherfucker because I want the whole
No,
world to hear this shit.
now my thing is I'm military trained. We get in, get out. We don't know what happened. That's how I go down. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to know what's happening. I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna go pop the trunk. It ain't gonna go down like that.
Oh no, I know what you. I get what you're saying. I'm just
That's
making
what
a
I'm
joke.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's
I'm
what
just
I'm
making a
saying.
joke, but bro, but
So
man,
that's how my mentality is about everything. You know what I'm saying? Including
yeah,
this is most, and after that, right here, this platform, this is where I have to be on the shop is right here. And what I want to know is I'm gonna put the truth out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get in the tit for tat. You know what I'm saying? Ping pong match with nobody because that's not what it's about. The thing
no,
about it,
no,
I'm gonna give you the two plus the two is the four. That's where we need to leave it at. Now everybody all
yeah,
about no, I ain't get that on my paper. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't carry the two. I like, well, we ain't doing that. All we said was the two plus the two is giving you the four.
folks.
Now, like we
But
said
yeah,
earlier, you know what I'm saying? Folks start talking
first
about
lady,
no, I ain't got
first
the
lady,
paper.
right though. First lady just said that she said we gotta be easy. So we got let's be nice now.
No, you
But
you
man,
got to be easy. you got to be on some of the weed, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding it down. I told you I'm doing it over this way. You already
okay.
know.
Well, I'll put it this way then. This
Yeah.
situation that we showing on this picture right here, Superman and his son Sissy Man, they are doing a beautiful thing in the community, okay? I just want y'all to know that. I'm
Don't
sorry.
put that
I
bullshit out there, bro,
apologize.
because somebody gonna soak that
Bro,
up so
come
good.
on now. I'm trying
No,
to
you
say
can't.
it
You
on
can't
the
play. You
nicest
can't play
side of
like
the
that with
game here,
this.
bro.
You can't play with our people like that. You know that. You can't play with our people like that. Somebody gonna soak that up and run with that, and they ain't gonna throw it back on us. Like, well, yeah, you said. Then you gonna have to go back in. And like, no, I wasn't. I was just playing. And when they
No, you know
go
what
that
they gonna
way,
say? They gonna say two times two, two plus two equals four, like Brother Steve said. You gotta be nice, Mr. King. You can't be doing all that bullshit you be doing. You gotta listen to what Brother Steve said. You gotta be nice. You
I
gotta keep this
understand. But
emotional complex going.
I understand because see, right now you got that mentality, the jacket for beats going on right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I
Bro,
need
let
you
me
to
tell you
stop.
something.
God
I
damn
come
it, you
from
stop.
I come from the generation of
Play it.
of the George Jefferson and the motherfucking James Evans Senior complex. I didn't
Yeah.
come from motherfucking Lil Yachty and Lil Baby and all these niggas that basically get out here and jiggalate or jigaboo or jiggle whatever the fuck. I didn't come from that generation, so I don't understand it, and I'm not trying to understand it. One thing about it, when they said when you get older, you start off zero all the way up to the age that you at. You don't go fucking backwards and become a baby again. You become you go from a child to a grown man, a woman, or whatever the fuck. That's where I come from. That's all I know. I don't know nothing about no transsexual, homosexual, sexual healing, all that bullshit. I don't know nothing about none of that. That ain't none of my. That ain't gonna be my forte. I'm not gonna co-sign none of that goof ass shit. They got mad with Dave Chappelle on on his show, and all he was doing was just making some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And he basically was saying, okay, it's easy, it's okay for a nigga to kill a nigga in America, but don't say nothing about the trans motherfuckers. Cause you will
Cause
about the
it's
gay
law.
motherfuckers, you'll get your ass ridiculed off the face of the earth.
And you know what? I want to say something to the people about that. See y'all see that? It's law to, you know what I'm saying, respect the whatever they want to call it, say LBGTQ, PRS, LMN, or whatever you want to add on to it. But for us as our people, we can get dropped and it's okay. There's no coming back from that. We don't get the people back from that. And for some reason, we're in a sleep and it's okay.
Them niggas are terrorists to me. I'm scared of them. I'm terrified of them. I'm scared of the
Yeah.
LGBT. I'm scared of them gay motherfuckers. I ain't scared of them because of what they say. I'm scared of them because of what they taking.
They ain't taking nothing over here. They can bring the supermen, the super boys. It don't matter, bro.
No, I'm talking about they taking dick though.
Listen, let me tell you, let me tell you something right now, brother.
Go clear it up. Go clear it up, goddamn. I'm listening. Go on, clear that shit up. I know it. Go ahead, and clear it up. I'm listening.
Listen. I saw a few years ago in 2012, they had a gay parade going on in New York.
Yeah, they
Now,
had a big ass
I'm not
dude. I
lying.
seen a big turd, goddamn.
The guy, now
Float.
listen, the guy, he had like some type of green Gumby suit on, but it
Yes,
had a long dick on it. Whereas it took 2 or 3 men to hold it, you know what I'm saying, the phone dick over
hold
their
the dick
shoulder
up.
while they hold it up,
Hold the dick up.
marching down, you know what I'm saying?
Oh boy. Mm-mm.
Anyway,
I'm
my thing
I'm
was,
trying to laugh this shit off because I'm really pissed off to
no,
where
it just,
America has taken this toll, taking this direction by
I
letting this
just, it
shit
just,
be. But I understand also because this is another part of their depopulation agenda. It's plain and simple as that. They're
and
trying to
they
get as
pushing it,
many of you motherfuckers off the planet.
and they pushing it,
That's the
they
reason why they
pushing it
want.
strong this time.
See, they don't give a fuck about niggas. They're like, oh, fuck a nigger. Fuck nigger. Can't you see? You know? Oh, look at brother Judah. Bro, where you at, bro? We thought you was gonna come on. You up in the comment section. I guess you must still at the workhouse, huh? Or in
It
class or
might
whatever.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
He probably thought he still like to, you know what I'm saying, the job. Know how that is.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
yeah, shalom, bro. But my whole thing was, you know what I'm saying, is that the agenda now is like you say, the population, you know what I'm saying, of our race. And I'm not understanding why our people are not looking back, you know what I'm saying, on what's been already given to you. Okay, let's just go back to 2012. Now, let's go back to 2008. Okay,
okay.
now yours truly, you know what I'm saying, yours truly, y'all president, Barack Obama, came into office. All right. From 2008 to 2016, how many of our people got murdered by the cops during his time in office? And he not said not one thing about
Man. Well, and that's the whole concept of what we talking about right now. You know, basically siding with the devil and don't even know it. Because when Barack Obama got in the White House, the first thing that happened to him that I can remember back then, the first thing that came to my mind back then, well, the first thing that happened to Barack Obama that I can remember back then was the situation with the professor in Massachusetts who had locked his keys in the car and was trying to get back in his house to get his extra set of keys. And they knew he stayed in that neighborhood, but motherfuckers played like they never seen their brother before in the neighborhood. So they called the cops on him and said there was a African American man breaking in somebody's house. This cop shows up and told him to put his hand behind his head and dude like, man, hold on. This is my house. This is where I live. They roughed the man up. Barack Obama spoke on the situation. He called it. He said that was very unacceptable for that officer to do that man like he did that man, and basically called that cop out on his shit. You look up, they gave him a pat on the hand. You don't do no shit like that, Mr. Barack. Now you get your black ass back out there and apologize. Barack came back out there. You look up, I tell you what, I'll just have a beer with the officer that beat the hell out the brother and have a beer with the brother that got his ass whooped by the officer. Now, when you see this in the media's eye, you seeing all walks of life in this country looking at this black man being shitted on right there in front of your fucking face to where they say, you know what? We can do what the fuck we want to do because this nigga ain't shit. So guess what? 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. The first person we hear that gets killed by that one, he wasn't even really no cop. He was just a motherfucking neighborhood watch motherfucker. George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin. Nothing was done then. George Zimmerman is still walking around this motherfucker scot-free, living the best life. Then it goes down and starts being a fucking pattern. 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. Motherfuckers just coming up dead. Uh-oh, Brother Judah done made it in.
Peace up, brother. Peace.
What's
What
going
up, man? Man, you know,
5,000
trying to get it in, brother.
You got that West Coast LA hat on, nigga. You need to get this
Yeah,
hat right here.
you know. Yeah. Try to stay, try to represent, you know.
Already.
I'm a Braves fan, but you know, I could rock with LA.
Yeah, just don't wear that Braves hat out in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was up here talking about old Barry Souders, aka Barack Obama.
Oh, yeah.
And how he got into the White House and the shit that they gave him
Right.
when he was in the White House.
Yeah. Hey, but what you know what I found when I heard you say something, I found interesting was that I was watching The
Everything
Godfather
good?
of Harlem
You
last
still
night.
ain't
I've been
came in
watching
on
that.
my screen though, but I see, you know what I'm saying,
So
profile name
but
up, but
this whole
still
thing with
loading over this phone.
the way they've been doing it, they've been doing this since forever. So
This how
it's
it
not
was last
nothing
week,
new.
actually.
You know, it ain't nothing new. They've been doing it, you know. And it all comes down to our people not recognizing who they are. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You're gonna get treated the way that you know, somebody chooses to address you. And if you don't acknowledge who you are as self, you know what I'm saying, as a people, then you're gonna get treated a certain type of way. You see what I'm saying?
Oh
Because
yeah,
we still, a lot of us
yeah.
still fall up under a second class type citizenship, and we carry that mindset. You know what I'm saying? We carry that mindset forward, even to this day. So when certain shit happens, man, we react in that type of mindset, and that shit don't fly in today's society. You see
No,
what
it
I'm
don't.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
That don't fly. Then we be like, oh, why they doing this? It's because we don't even know recognize who we are. You see what I'm saying? We don't even
Mm-hmm.
recognize who we are, who are outstanding in this place. You know, like Martin Luther said back in the day, King said, we become second. You know what I'm saying? We exile in our own land, brother. You understand what I'm saying? So And anytime we ain't represent nothing, man. We ain't represent nothing as a people, really. On a
No,
scale,
no,
on a big scale, we not representing nothing.
no,
All right, hold on.
at all.
Let me go off camera.
Okay, bro. Yeah, yeah, that's some true shit right there. What he said. You couldn't hear him, bro?
Nah, dog, I ain't hear anything.
Oh man.
That's why I said
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was.
know if this something's up though, because it was like this last week, so I'm not sure. I didn't get a chance to hear the other brother when he was talking last week either though, so I'm not sure what's shaking.
Yeah, well, well, see, Judah came in clear though, but the other dude, other brother, you know what I'm saying, he didn't come in as clear because he was breaking up, chopping up real bad because he was inside a warehouse. So his signal was kind of fucking up.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all
But
go ahead and pop it because it's kind of loud in here. So I'm listening, but I'll come back on the mic when it's a little more quiet. Give me about 15
okay,
minutes, but I'm listening. All right.
okay. Yeah, but anyway, I was saying about, Barack, you know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, even though I make make jokes about Barack Obama in the past, but the brother, he pretty much, I'm sure, probably meant well. But he couldn't have the mindset and the stigma like the Caucasian presidents had back here, because if he would have had that same mindset, they would have ex-nate Barack a long time ago, just like they did Kennedy. But the thing
Mm-hmm.
about it is he had to follow the template that they seen fit.
We
Because see,
had
I ain't
to.
gonna lie, when he got in the White House, the first thing came to my mind, like, oh shit, it's on and popping. That's what I was thinking back then.
That's what we thought.
And the Southerners, the white people, they was like, oh shit, we gotta create us a new goddamn militia because these niggas finna get outrageously and think they finna take over. That's the reason why a whole about probably hundreds, probably damn near 100 some militia groups, white militia groups, were started when Barack became president of the United States. That's what
Mm-hmm.
the media didn't want to tell you that, but if you go on the FBI website, it'll show you that it was a whole lot of white organizations, new organizations started because they was
Oh,
afraid and scared out
we,
their ass that we was gonna
we saw
we
some
was
of
gonna
them.
take it. Oh yeah,
We saw some of them. They showed up January 6th at the Capitol. Yeah.
yep. I mean, but the whole concept was that Barack was in there for their benefits only. It wasn't, and
Mm-hmm.
it didn't been. I didn't benefit worth a damn out of Barack being in that White House. That was just an image. That was just a cosmetic imagery thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that you in the fucking White House, true enough, but that don't mean shit because you're not doing the motherfucking thing. And most black people would say that's all we need was him to be in the White House because they never let a black man in the White House. And that's supposed to just basically make things better. But it didn't make it made things 20 times worse than what it already was.
It was a snap
Yeah, so
display.
I ain't up. What's going on with Chappelle? Because I haven't even looked at one. I've been hearing about it.
Oh, you
I
said
don't
what's
even know
going
what
on
the
with
deal is.
Chappelle?
Yeah.
Well, he's got a video. He's got a video on Netflix. I got First Lady told me the name of it. I forgot the name of it, but he basically was talking about the transgender and how he basically was, giving, like, he was just basically showing an example, like, what I'm saying, you could say certain things about, about black men, what I'm saying, black men call it, we kill each other, whatever the case may be, nothing being said or done about it. But as soon as you say something about the gay community, oh, you about to get ridiculed off the planet behind that. And
Yeah, that's
it
that
got to
agenda
that.
talk, man.
Oh yeah, and so they were talking about. And then they had this some kind of black coalition or some shit group that I never heard in my life that just come out of the thin fucking air that said pull Dave Chappelle show off of Netflix.
Definitely did
And I'm
that.
like, some what black organization? Where the fuck is these motherfuckers? Where they come from? I ain't never heard of these motherfuckers. Where do these people come from? Where the hell did these motherfuckers
Yeah.
come from?
I don't know, but you gotta let them damn show the ladies one. You got a lot of this stuff.
All that.
This new stuff got to be pointed with Black Lives Matter. See that whole movement,
Bro, bro,
it's
bro,
not
Dog
for
Prince.
another 5, 10 years, really.
Right. Bro, Dog Prince, you ever heard of this new black organization that they supposed to got out now? That's supposed to pull Dave Chappelle show?
I haven't heard of it. What's the name?
I don't know. It's some kind of black coalition, some shit. I don't know. First lady, if you got a chance, can you pull it up and find it for me, sweetheart? I don't
Said it's
know.
the
I forgot.
closer. No, she just had some popped up and said the
Oh,
closer.
yeah.
Check it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called The Closer. That's the name of the show on Netflix. The Closer talks about cancel culture and how sensitive and easy offended the LGBTQ community are and want to cancel everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
my
you ain't
question is,
talking
That's
who
it.
about
started this? Who started
Montero
this
X
organization?
and Lil Nas
Okay,
X
she said
and
that's what it is. She said the Black Coalition. The Black Coalition is actually for Black trans and LGBT rights, LGBTQ rights.
mm, mm, mm.
That's why I said
I
I
gotta
never
read
heard of
up
these
on
people.
that. I done heard of the Black Coalition. I done heard of that. I didn't know that there's, you know what I'm saying, I should have known, but I'm glad it's been brought to light, you know what I'm saying, so I can see it for myself now. But yeah,
Well,
I heard of the
anything
Black
that if you
Coalition.
know anything that's dealing with Black purposes in this country, there's a Jewish situation that basically puppeteer these motherfuckers to do just what they want them to do. Because every organization basically got their shit together but ours. And there's a reason why ours don't have our shit together, because they want you to be right where they feel like your black ass need to be at. And basically be on that level of what they want you to be. And that's this safe nigga, basically. Safe nigga zone.
Yeah,
Be in the
yeah.
safe nigga zone, you can get anything you want. Being in the safe nigga zone. They
Listen,
don't want you. You know what you was saying, Drew?
this organization ain't nothing but an offshoot of Black Lives Matter. I could bet you, I put my money on
Oh yeah.
that
He says yeah,
the
Brother Drew
figurehead
says it's
behind
about
this organization.
another offshoot of the Black Panthers. That basically that Black
Nah,
coalition shit.
the Black Lives Matter. That's this
Yeah,
just an offshoot of it.
Black Lives Matter. Yeah, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I could bet you
Yeah,
the
well,
spearhead
Black
behind it
Panthers
is
would have had
probably
they've been slapping people and putting
female.
guns in their face. Like, what do you mean? Seriously, my thing is, I don't like the way, bruh. Our people, man, our people.
Well, that's the thing that really keep us all dumbed down and dumbfounded, because we make, like I said before, we making a covenant with the devil. We
Woo.
shaking hands with the devil and don't even fucking know it, because he basically shows you his ugly ass face every chance he get. But at the same time, we act like we don't see that evil hand that we shaking. This motherfucker is the most
Oh yeah,
evil
check it out.
destroying motherfucker on the planet. He
Now,
cares less about anything living.
you ain't lying.
That's the
Now
reason
check
why he doing what he doing, seeking and destroying everything that walks and talks. And even if you don't walk, if you don't talk, goddamn it, if your ass make a movement, you gotta die.
Well,
Hell, he
see, the
killing the
thing about it
goddamn
is,
plants. And the plants ain't doing nothing with this weather. It's weathering in the goddamn wind. They killing the plants. Now plants like, damn, I'm just standing here, they're blowing in the breeze. Gonna kill them motherfuckers too.
man, you got a Muppet show going, bro. That's exactly what he got going. The Nick Muppet show.
Oh
Now check
yeah,
it out.
most definitely.
Did
Most
you
definitely.
see the new Nas X, you know what I'm saying, Subway, you know what I'm saying, video? This commercial.
Bro, I just seen the little Nas X Uber commercial. They got about 2 or 3 of them commercials. He's on there
Well,
with the singer Elton John.
Okay. Well, I can just probably can see how that probably done went. I ain't seen it yet, but I'm seeing probably how that could go. But I saw the Subway, you know what I'm saying, commercial.
Uh-huh.
Now this he's on stage singing, you know what I'm saying, and it's some gay guys at the order, but they got 6 foot long, well, you know what I'm saying. I think either 6 inch long subs or 12 inch long subs, and they got them in their hands, and you just need to see it because I can't, you know what I'm saying, even describe it on how, you know what I'm saying, they were sitting there, they was using them like pom poms.
Well,
That's great. That
is that a
it's wild though. But this is
is
the question I
is
always
that
ask myself.
but is that a wonderful thing? Because according to certain
Mm-hmm.
people, they say, hey, that's their business. If that's what they want to do, let them do it. And them the same motherfuckers that tell you go out here and get the hokey pokey. Not getting understanding about that either. Not think
Yeah,
about
but
that.
that's the same thing. But people say that though, they don't realize that what they saying though. When you saying that, when you put that out there in the universe, they ain't doing nothing
Right.
more than repeating what Aleister Crowley said: "Do what thou wilt." When people take that type of attitude towards
Mm-hmm.
obvious wrong and obvious immorality, you accepting that subliminally. You accepting that same philosophy. Just it ain't none of my business. Let them do what they want. It ain't bothering me. But they are part of your community though. So that shit trickles down. You see what I'm saying? So man, our people just got a lot of lazy on a lot of fronts, man. And from
Man, it's
from
ridiculous. Yeah, it's
poverty,
ridiculous, bro. It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
and they don't want to stand up for nothing, man. If you talking about you gonna kill anybody else on the planet, why you want to do that? The first person they want to know who you gonna kill. What about the white man? But when it comes to their own people, bro, they not with it. They'll take a back seat. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy to me that even with the obvious truth in front of their face, brother, our people still do that. We are the only people on the planet that are so divided like that against each other. So we got to ask ourselves, where is this type of shit coming from? Why are we constantly, even after we see the evidence, we still continue to carry on like this? Now, I don't believe it's majority of the population, but what
Mm-hmm.
I do believe is that a great enough number of influences in our culture, in our population, have enough power and influence to impact, way more people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's the overwhelming majority. Majority of our people do want to be in peace. They'll just leave it alone and say so-called quote, let God fix it. You understand what I'm saying? But by
Oh
the
yeah,
same token,
that when they
yeah,
say shit like that, it kills me when they say God will fix it. Just leave it alone. Don't worry about it. Let God fix it. That's another way of saying, God damn it, I don't want to be held accountable for shit that I do. I want some goddamn sorcerer to basically make my life better than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me doing what God basically gave me the power to do. And that's basically do what was right as a human being on this planet. We
right,
sit
and
around here
and,
and
and
wanna we sit around here and don't want to be held accountable for shit. We gotta let somebody else be our accountability footstool, basically. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's crazy because, bro, listen, our only rallying cry that we be having in this motherfucking place, man, in this land, is that anytime it's death involved, everybody want to get a fucking rallying cry in, and so all come together. But any other time, as long as life is good for a motherfucker, right? They just everything is cool. It ain't nothing. They don't want. Oh, I can do this shit on my own. As soon as some violence or some tragic happens, they want to come together in times like that. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, man, if I was a motherfucking ruler and I seen that's the only way y'all get together, I'll keep on bashing y'all across y'all fucking head too. Because
Hell
the only
yeah,
time y'all
exactly.
get right is when y'all dying. Y'all
Yeah,
ain't getting right
exactly.
while y'all living.
Living
Oh
hell
man.
no. Just think about it. Every time your ass, if somebody die or get sick, and you say pray for them, you have 1,000 motherfuckers showing you love. But if you sit up there and basically doing the shit that we doing right now, you don't get that much love because motherfuckers don't want to hear what you have to say. And then a lot of times they'll listen, halfway listen, and take shit the wrong way, take shit out of context of what you're saying. Why is that? But it's like a generational curse if you ask me, because If you, that's just like when the slaves on the plantation. If the white man say, if you said something that white man didn't understand, he had a problem with you. He ready to kill your motherfucking ass. He ready to lynch your ass or beat your ass one because he didn't
Yeah,
understand what you said. And if
man. Just
and
look
if you
back.
talking too goddamn much, if you was too educated, he sure enough had to get rid of you because you basically gonna stir up the other niggas, as they say. Stir up the other niggers doing wrong to Master Charlie.
Yeah, and that's why I know this chaos and confusion is created, right? Because, man, listen, man, our people be at peace and shit. They be at peace just chilling. But what other people don't like is that when we as a people are happy and chilling and smiling, everybody want to know why we smiling so much. What's so great about life? You know what I'm saying? So they bring in this stuff, bro, to cause confusion because they know it in a disoriented state, we don't function well as a people. All we ask is you to leave us the fuck alone and let us be us. You see what I'm saying? But we invite outsiders into our places, infiltrators. You know what I'm saying? And they infiltrate the whole program, and then boom, they automatically put in there to cause chaos and destruction
Mm-hmm.
because they know these people are the true chosen people. So they have to cause this to keep them discombobulated and screwed up. They can't think like that. And if they fight, they're gonna keep fighting. All you got to do is keep some shit going in their community. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh
Keep
yeah.
pushing
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. 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 Because
What
I
he
was
say?
reading. No, he was just saying, basically, bro, I sure hate that you can't hear, brother Judah.
Me too, bro. Cause like I said, I be want to get in on the meal, man.
Yeah, because he basically was just saying how they got us just divided, you know what I'm saying, and keeping us, they basically they foot on our fucking necks, just like they did with George Floyd. Even though I don't really believe that shit with George Floyd like that, but they basically showing to you even where it go if it's real or fake. They basically letting you know, yeah, we got our knee on your neck, and we're gonna continue to keep our knee on your neck until you continue to play the game. That's the reason why Steven from Django is like he is, because Steven gonna do whatever Mr. Charlie say do, because Mr. Charlie say, hey, he got me in the house and he got you niggas on the outside, but he got me in the house where it's nice and comfortable while you niggas out there with bugs and heat and every damn thing. So I'm bigger and better than you. As long as we have niggas like that in society, because it's still Steven from Django niggas in society as we speak. You know, I mean, I was saying earlier, I was looking at shout out to Steve McCullough from Rolling Fork and Willoway down that way, but he stay in Atlanta. He got his own little business and stuff and whatnot. And somebody, I guess, must have lied on him and said that he must got drug money or some shit. And it's just like automatically that a black man can't function in society if he ain't doing something illegally. And that's the Caucasian mindset, because Caucasian people basically always have made fun of black men, especially because they felt like we was less than what we are, because it's easy to say these things because they know that they are not who they not who they are. They call us subhumans, 3/5 of a human being. Said we swung from trees, we did this, and all the way down to we don't care about ourselves, we don't care about our children, we don't care about our
Oh,
black
oh,
women.
but check it. They took the monkey back though, dog. They used to say that we had tails and stuff and swing from trees saying that we was more, but they took the monkey back, dog. If you remember their ancestors, they say they like to look at, what I'm saying, Charles Darwin came up with the evolution, monkey to man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he said that's how that race and the entire human race started. So my thing is they've always been hypocrites. They can't even, what I'm saying, give us a derogatory term without later on saying, no, we may be able to use that some type of way to feel our own selfish need. And it's about a hypocrisy anyway, because it doesn't make sense. None of it is common sense. Because my thing is, when I talk to evolutionists today, I was like, why is it that you say that we came from the chimpanzee, where I can go to the local zoo down this way, and they still wondering, well, what happened? Did their evolution come when the Planet of the Apes? I mean, I saw the movies, but for some reason, when I go see the real deal, they're not talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh no.
that evolution, you know what I'm saying, is out the window.
Well, you know, they done made cartoons and movies and stuff on the backs of us being monkeys. Because even like this picture right here, you know, the monkeys sitting up there being paid to basically dance and jigaboo
So tell
while
me
the
this
music is
then.
playing. While the music is playing,
So tell me this, you know what I'm saying, from a historical standpoint, what was the first monkey that they used to personify us?
I don't know, bro. You gotta school me on that one. Now I didn't know
You
nothing
know,
about that.
you do know. You just yeah, you do know. Just think
Is it
about it though.
is
The
it is it
first
is it,
it,
is it the
it,
chimp?
it now it's cinematic.
Hmm.
It's cinematic.
All right, let me see that image again.
Oh, you're talking about the monkey? Oh,
I
okay.
can hear him now.
Oh, you can hear him now?
Yeah, let
Okay.
him see it again.
All right. Now
Yeah,
we in there. Okay,
yeah.
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 There you go. Remember that cartoon? This is the old Droopy cartoon from back in the 1940s.
I
You know what I'm
remember that.
saying? Yeah. And they had the monkey out there, and he
Yeah,
fuck
I
around it,
remember that.
and then he put, you know, he put a record in the damn jukebox, and that monkey was getting it. Because I mean, and that's the whole thing about it. They know how to
But give me the
control our
first one.
mind,
Yeah, give me
by
the
just
first
giving
one.
us, yeah,
Give me the first one. I want to know that first one though. What was the first monkey, you know what I'm saying, that they
No,
put
I
on
don't
there?
know, bro. You gotta come on with it. I don't
All
know.
right,
I
then.
mean, because I already said Chimp. You said no, so come on, tell me.
Okay.
School us, bro. Come on.
Okay. Well, now y'all already know it was King Kong.
Oh yeah. Because you know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, King Kong, which was personified as Jack Johnson, the boxer, because that's what the movie King Kong was about. Because King Kong basically wanted this white woman. Jack Johnson at the time had a white woman, and they didn't like it, so they had to make fun of him. They basically ridiculed him a whole lot. Then they made a movie basically dedicated to him. Big black monkey, big black nigga with a white woman trying to climb the motherfucking Empire State Building to get to this white woman. God rest his dead. Thank you, Dick Gregory, for that story, because he gave that story, and that's how I learned that. And I looked that up, and that was damn sure what that was all about.
Yeah,
God
that's
damn,
crazy. But if you
God
look at
damn, that
that,
brother Steve then disappeared,
he done jumped off. But
jumped
yeah,
off.
you know what's crazy? If you look at that picture, right, you see a little bitty chimp. You see a man with a box with a little rope around it, and you see little Droopy. You see him, right, and you see this Italian. Okay, they already showing you that monkey also represents the minstrel show, entertainment. You feel me? That's you got the little rope around his neck. He can't go nowhere, but only so far. But then you got the little bitty dog on the side. He's smarter than he controlling all of them. You understand? The little bitty dog, right? That's your master.
Yep,
But there's another man controlling that black man. But the man who's controlling the black man is getting his direction from the little dog. You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
yep. That's the thing. That's the reason why I post that picture up there. Because there's always a method to the madness in this society that we seem to look over. I mean, true enough, as a kid, we'd have never thought of no shit like that. Because all we want to do is just sit there and look at a cartoon and laugh and make us feel good. Because cartoons back in the days was like our cup of coffee, like our cup of coffee, uh, cocoa, or whatever the fuck you drink now. You know what I'm saying? It gave us pretty much a good feeling, a good satisfaction. But a lot of times those cartoons had messages in it that we really didn't understand then like we do now. And that's the whole idea of why I posted that on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
screen. Because a lot of people really didn't know that. And I really got that whole mindset from Judge Joe Brown, because Judge Joe Brown brought that to my attention when he was talking about how certain black people basically, live their lives through being entertained and being basically tied down, just like that monkey in that picture. You know what I'm saying? You can only go so far in the industry to where they got it side up where you are not going to do this and that on our watch. You're going to do what we fucking
Right.
say to do. That's it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go in that motherfucker and make everybody rich or whatever in your family and all that old goof ass shit.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Right.
that's the reason why you hear motherfuckers talking about, well, look. I mean, I had a picture. It was a picture. Shout out to my partner, Vernell Burney. Vernell shared a picture where he had all the different artists on there, all the black entertainers on there. He's like, and it said on the picture, on the caption, it said, billions of dollars of entertainers in this picture. There's $1 billion in this picture. And you had Jay-Z, you had Puff Daddy, you had all these goddamn different artists in that picture. DJ Khaled, all the motherfuckers. And they said, not one got a church, not one got no kind of stores, corporations, or nothing built in the
Yeah.
black community. And I basically told them, I said, hell no, they ain't gonna do that. You're gonna make and do what they want you to do with your money. You ain't finna build up shit in the community.
Man, them niggas ain't finna spend no money. They buy. Niggas ain't finna spend no money, man.
Yeah, exactly. They
They
rather
already know
got,
how the game go.
yeah, they already got that shit now on what they
Yeah.
want to do with their money. Then that ain't got shit to do with us. And
Right.
then you got black people so stupid, like that's their money. That's what they should be able to do whatever they want with their money. And I said, you sound like a
Yeah, it
damn
don't work
fool
like
because
that. Right.
you sound like a damn fool because Asian people don't think like that.
Right. Right.
Asian people
Nah, it
lift
don't
each
work like
other up.
that. Yep. Yep.
They come to America and don't have shit. And within 24
Yeah.
hours, these motherfuckers got all kind of business. Got their own
I'm.
goddamn region
Yeah.
called
Come.
Chinatown, little Korean town,
Right.
little
Yeah. Come back. Come back
Asian or
and
whatever.
buy up the hook. Buy up everything.
Yeah, buying up everything.
Yeah.
And look at
Nah,
the
what's
Arabs.
up? Yeah.
Look at the Arabs.
Yeah.
Arabs come over here, they supposed to be the terrorists, remember?
Shit, getting all the loans now.
And now these motherfuckers got trucking companies, hotels, gas stations, truck
Yeah.
stops,
Right.
stores. We've been over this motherfucker 400 to 500 years. And we can't even get a decent goddamn business loan from the bank.
Yeah, we get tricked out of everything, man. I told you that we just that little, we just that little monkey on that little string. As long as we get entertained and got some food in our belly, shit, everything's supposed to be all good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everything's
That's how
supposed to be
this
all good.
that's how this shit start up. And that's why I laugh at motherfuckers when they sit up there and say shit that they really don't understand and don't know. Cause I'm like, man, it ain't easy like ABC 1, 2, 3 in this motherfucker. And
Nah,
you got people saying, man, you ain't gonna get me to believe that life is that hard. No, it ain't that hard. In some aspect, you're right. It's not that hard. But at the same
nah,
time, you can't sit up there and make like um, that everything is gonna be okay because they give you a couple of crumbs and send you on your goddamn way.
right, right. Nah, it ain't. Hold on, there, brother. Let me give me a second.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but I'm
see.
okay. I'm with
Yeah, this is the picture right here. Yeah, let me see if I can share that picture. But yeah, this picture says it all.
you, man. Oh, fuck. Hey, don't worry about it. I gotta go. I gotta go home and come back, man. Yeah. I'll be back.
Let me see if I can see that
Yeah,
picture right
yeah,
there.
yeah. You know, this my. I'll be back. I'll knock these two down. All right.
Let's
All
see if
right.
I can pull that. Yeah, see if I pull that picture up. But yeah, man, there's so much shit going on in this society. I
You know, I
I
wish
would
it
love
had.
to share that video that was sent to my email today about the hokey pokey, man. That shit kind of fucked me up.
Man, I don't even. I'm so far past that shit, man. I don't even buy into that whole shit, man.
Yeah, I don't either, but it is
I know.
the way motherfucker, but in a way it shouldn't really do nothing to me because they basically then showed you over and over again what the fuck they got planned for your ass, and you going along with it, you know.
It's a small segment of the population too. That's what that go back to Sam saying. If we just look at what the media says, we would think that a lot of our people really follow that, but they really don't, man. Like our motherfucking people, they hard headed, man, and a lot of American people is they not buying into it. That's just what the media want people to think.
Think, yeah,
It's really people not buying into it like that. You know what I'm
oh yeah,
saying? But when you look at the ones who for, they're gonna make you think like, oh, we saw. No, it's not really like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to think
mm-hmm.
about it too. The art of deception. You got to think about the art of deception. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give you a story that make it seem like to favor their narrative. But when you really look at the numbers, and you just you can do a personal poll. Just look at the people. Pay attention to the conversation. Man, a lot of
Oh
people is
yeah,
not with that shit. You know, we also got a bunch. We in a state of rebellion too. So a lot of people ain't buying into it. It's just what the media is putting out there. So
oh yeah,
our biggest fight be against what they putting out. You know what I'm saying? But that's the machine. You know?
mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's the whole plight of the situation because that's just like me. Somebody was telling me the other day, it's like, you ain't got no business wearing. You shouldn't be able to be wearing a damn mask and all this stuff. And I said, well, we know that. I know that. I said, because you breathing, you don't supposed to breathe in what you're breathing out. But at the same time, when you go into these goddamn stores, you just want to go in there and get your shit. You don't want nobody to say nothing to you, so you just do what you gotta do and move the fuck around.
Right, right.
But if people really stood together and get an understanding of what's really going on in society, and what they're trying to push for, the better off we'll be. Because they clearly already basically showing you 1,000 ways in about 99 different ways. And a lot of them ways is some fuck shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's some fuck
It's
shit.
always some fun shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
But they
man,
have to keep that. They got to keep it going like that because that's the only way they can remain in power.
oh yeah,
A fallen empire can only remain in power. They're gonna have to keep perpetuating the same tactics. That's the only reason why they can stay in power. Because if they had any real true power, bro, they wouldn't even have to pull all them tricks. If I'm lording and mastering over you, I don't need to be doing. I don't need to pull deception. I'm just over you anyways because of I'm moving in the righteous way. See what I'm saying? So that's it's a pseudo government. You know what I'm saying? It's a fake. It's really all fake. That's why they had to put up those images, perpetuate narratives, man. Because of any real man or real being entity, that wouldn't have to do all that shit that they doing. See, but
mm-hmm.
you buy into their power structure and it's you know, they can keep you on your heels. You can't get no traction like that. People
No,
just
hell
got to get
no,
into it.
no. I mean, 'cause like me and Brother Steve was talking about earlier, Brother Steve said, man, I can't do nothing but laugh at a lot of this shit because I mean, but I try to laugh to keep from getting very upset and getting in emotional despair because I mean I'm not like that, but I mean, because like I said, everybody's not gonna ain't trying to be safe. Ain't nobody trying to hear shit out here, man. Everybody got their mind set on one thing and one thing only: how to survive and trying to survive. So I mean, that's just the way this whole situation is set up. Believe it or not, But you can't make motherfuckers believe what you want them to believe. They gotta find out. It's like, oh boy, what y'all tell me? Bring the facts. I mean, yeah, I ain't gotta bring the facts. I mean, all I can do is just narrate it to you, and you go and look it up. Now you have a choice. Now it's up on you if you get the information or not. But if you don't, hey. To each his own. Can't fault nobody but yourself.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. There's information out there. But again, I've been doing this shit for a minute, man. I used to be big on like, don't everybody know? Shouldn't everybody know? But the
You would
truth,
think.
the fact of the matter is that a lot of people don't know the deeper shit that you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if they
No.
heard it, they didn't take it into consideration. It's only a small population. I like to call them, uh, I like to call them spiritual warriors, revolutionaries. That's only a small portion of the overall population of the people. It's
Mm-hmm.
always been like that. Most of the
Yep.
masses, no matter what color they is, they not in line. They not in tune with all that shit, and they don't want to be. They just want to do the mundane, normal shit. Go to work, make money, feed their family, live a happy and peaceful life. They don't want to deal with all that. But there are people within the culture, in the society, in the community that are set out for that. You know, some of them they born to do it. Some of them come by way of by inspiration. You know? So I don't really be focusing on my focus now. I don't really try to focus on. I let people be, so to speak. But the ones who is
Mm-hmm.
rocking and moving like that, that's who you try to form up and form up like Voltron with. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't meant for everybody to be a part of something. They can reap the benefits of it, but it's not meant for everybody to be a part of something. You know, because they are fold. When the pressure get on, they fold, turn rat on you. You do all kind of sideways shit. Well, you just should have left them out of it in the first place. Mhm.
Oh yeah,
When you
most
cook them,
definitely.
you know, when a chef in the kitchen cooking, we ain't preparing the food, but we benefiting off of it. We gonna eat. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Everybody ain't meant to be in the kitchen.
it's funny. It's funny when you bring up about the chef, cooking the food, and then and not to mention, we become more of consumers than preparers ourselves in society, because even with the food chain, like you say, we don't prepare the food they do, and then when they prepare the food for us, we not satisfied. And then a lot of times you be like, man, look at how you cook my goddamn meat. Man, look how you did my chicken. How you did this, how you did that. Whatever. That shit don't even smell right. Whatever. But see, the whole concept is, goddamn, you got the power to cook your own shit and do your own thing. Take your monkey ass home and cook your own shit. Do your own thing. But we don't want that. We don't want to do that. That's too much like right. I mean, even to the fact where we try to reach one, teach one in this society, and we are losing at that. We're losing the battle at that right now. You know what I'm saying? It was something I wanted to share.
You know what?
You know,
Hey, let me piggyback on that. What you just said.
uh,
You know, I'm a big. You know, I'm big on history. Right? I'm big
uh,
on history. I'm a self-proclaimed historian. Right?
right.
But when I look at the track record of how my people in the past have moved, how their communities were set up, how things flowed and functioned in. To me, it's. I'm like, bro, see, I can laugh at it because I see the same. When you see a repetitive cycle in something,
Hmm.
you can't. When you get used to it and you understand it, it don't hurt you that bad, or don't affect you in a negative way like that no more. You just get an
Right.
understanding. See, understanding is the best thing in the world. You
Yes,
know,
sir. All
when
day.
you get an understanding of something, then you're more ready to deal with it. Just like a relationship, it's just you more apt to deal with it better and handle it better. You can build better when you got to understand it, but when you don't have no understanding or lack of, you walking on shaky ground. Anything can rattle your little cage. So,
Hmm. Yes, most definitely. I mean, even like this quote right here that I seen on Facebook back here a couple of days ago, and this shit right here is legit. It says some of you will never grow because you have people co-signing on your mess instead of telling you the truth. You basically, goddamn it, I
yep.
mean, just like I was telling Lisa earlier, I was like, motherfuckers like to hear lies better than they hear the truth.
Yeah, because the truth gonna make you confront your own ignorance
Oh
and
yeah.
force you to
It's
deal
just
with your
like
conscience.
yeah. It's just like soul food. It's good
Yeah,
to you, but it's not good for you.
yeah, yep.
And you see, that's
Right
what we
on.
always looking for. We looking for some shit that's good to us, not for us.
Mm-hmm. Want that feel good.
That one finish, what they say, that one finish.
Yeah, yeah. They want.
You get,
Yeah,
it's just like motherfucking Pookie on New Jack City. Goddamn,
right.
I'm ready. I just need that rock. I need that rock. Shit, I'm gonna sell a whole turkey for this goddamn rock.
I was prom queen. Bitch, you was prom king.
You a prom fiend, goddamn. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that, I
yeah.
mean, but you know, that's the whole thing that we get wrong in our society is we love to be lied to instead of being told the truth because they already know. That's why we easily to be influenced by stupid shit.
I
You
guess
know?
I feel. I guess a lot of them became so much twisted for the truth. I guess you get a euphoria off of it, man.
Oh yeah.
You get a euphoria. So you just, damn, that lie that feel good. But your conscience and your logic be like, nah, that shit don't sound right. Like, nah, but it felt good. It must be right. It felt good. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, that shit feel comfortable. That shit feel like, I mean, it's just like riding a Rolls Royce, goddamn it. Nothing but luxury.
I don't like being lied to. I hate that shit with a passion. I'd rather motherfuckers steal from me.
Yep. So,
Yeah, I'd rather motherfuckers steal from me. Cause one thing about you stealing from me, goddamn it, I can lock my shit up. But if you lie to me, I can't stop your mouth from moving.
yeah, I'm over here messing with DJ too much. They ain't talking about that battle, man. I know you ain't. I know you gonna probably be in front of the screen for the Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One battle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like
I'm gonna make
KRS, man,
sure
but
I'm gonna make sure I be at home watching that front and center. I ain't missing none of that.
you know what about that battle? You know what's gonna be? It's gonna be weird to me because that's two different That's two different styles. I'm not so much a
Oh yeah,
style, but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
two different. Because KRS-One was more political and social issues. Big Daddy was more, he more of the flamboyant, bravado type rap. So
Well, he basically was more on a casual, player type of
yeah,
form,
yeah,
but it was clean and clean cut.
right, right.
Because you know, even to Biggie Smalls, he kind of got a lot of his rap styles from Big Daddy Kane. He even said it because Big Daddy Kane, what I'm saying, was smooth with it.
Yeah,
So it's gonna,
it
so
was
like
more
I said,
player
it's
type.
on a different perspective, basically.
Yeah, yeah. But it'll be fun to watch though. It'll
Oh
be
yeah,
fun to
yeah. I
watch.
mean, I'm not gonna even consider that as a verse going against each other because they need to stop that shit.
Right, right,
Every time we look around, they always trying to make us go against each other on some shit. You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying?
Instead of putting it
And
together,
they're not
seeing
gonna. And
how
I guarantee you, when you see that damn show, it's not gonna be a versatile type of situation. They're gonna be on there to get in togetherness, rapping old tunes, talking about the songs that they like from each other, off each other's catalog. That's what that's gonna be about.
yeah,
I already
yeah,
know.
yeah. That
It's
versus
just like the
thing. That's
Isaac
gonna be
Brothers.
all good.
The best one I've seen yet was the Isaac Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire. And Steve Harvey kind of fucked that up with his goddamn Darkwing Duck dressing the ass at the time, man. Man, goofy ass nigga. I just don't care for Steve Harvey like that, man. I really don't.
Yeah.
That nigga there, he's the new minstrel show.
Yeah. a different generation, man. Wishy-washy. So.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, it is what it is. I just don't fuck with that goof ass nigga like that.
Right, sure.
Cause I already know he a clown, a severe clown.
Yeah, well, you know
But
what?
yeah,
I'm gonna throw something out there. This is what
mm-hmm.
I want to throw this out there. You know how you can if you eat a diet, right, or you eat a certain type of food, or you eat too much of anything, you eat the wrong thing, you're gonna
Hold on, bro.
yeah, go
Kim,
ahead.
I can kick your ass. You free? You finally out of jail? Goddamn it! You want to come on and say some shit? Cause I seen you the link. You be the first female in the history, besides First Lady, that's gonna be on the platform. Now you want to come on here and say some shit? Come on in. I seen you the link. Just don't get scared now. We gonna take it. We gonna take it lightly because you're a female. But no, but for real, I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link now. But yeah, but go ahead, bro, Juice. I'm sorry. Go ahead, say what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I was getting that. You know, when you eat a certain type of diet, right, it can either make you healthier or going to either make you you're
Right.
gonna suffer from it. Whatever comes with it, good or bad consequences.
Yeah.
But my thing is, we eat the wrong diet. When I say we eat the wrong diet, the shit that we consume with our eyes and our ears, right? We know that it ain't
Mm-hmm.
all the way right. We know that it ain't all the way right. And I'm not saying that don't eat it. What I'm saying is that you have to cleanse yourself after you eat and partook of a certain type of meal. For instance, if I go listen to rap all day, right, and I keep feeling that shit in my brain, don't you think that I'm gonna act out some of those things that I've been listening to consciously or unconsciously? You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So it comes a point to when you even watching TV, when you consume stuff and you know it got some filth in it ain't all the way right from what you've been taught or what you know to be morally or ethically right. You have to find a way to get that shit out of your system. You know, whatever practice you have to use to wash your brain and clean your system, you have to purify yourself. So we just been consuming the wrong diet a long time because that's what's presented. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's marketed. So we consume it, but we don't do nothing to clean it up. We just keep eating it and eating it and wondering. That's part of the reason why we go through the shit we go through because we hard headed.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
No,
We hard headed.
we ain't trying to hear shit. God damn it, who the fuck is you to tell me that I can't eat my chitlins? Are you crazy? What the fuck?
Right, right.
And you got 1,000 goddamn videos out here showing you that this pig basically eats in and everything. And his insides is full of goddamn bacteria and maggots and all kind of shit living within this goddamn pig. That's why that pig is so feisty and so eager and full
Yeah.
of evil. I mean, even the hog is, I mean, the pig's cousin, a fucking wild hog is the same fucking way.
Same way.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, when you eat that shit, it basically shows you who you are. It basically comes through your life, through your pores. God damn it, you start feeling some type of way. Cause like I say, I can't eat pork like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm got old. I didn't got older now, and when I eat
Right.
that shit, man, it make my motherfucking head hurt.
Yeah. Because you got to think about it. After all the years, like a lot of people say that, hey, it doesn't do nothing to you, but they don't know you don't understand.
Look who done joined the goddamn lie, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta give her a
Yeah,
goddamn. I gotta give her a goddamn intro. Without further ado,
And I look toe up. Don't y'all judge me. I'm looking
man,
toe
you
up.
a
I get
human being.
myself
Let me tell
together.
you something. You look like your natural self. That's all that matters. If y'all ever came on here with eyelashes and hair hats on, I was gonna let your ass have it. Goddamn, I was gonna burn
That'll
that
be
ass
tomorrow for
up.
my birthday.
Man, you put one of them goddamn George Washington wigs on tomorrow, man, I already know the business is done. It's over with. Cause you know I'm gonna get on your page and say I'm gonna have some kind of emoji, meme, or something up there. I'm making it
I know.
look like what the fuck? I'm like, come on now, man. But I
I
mean,
know it.
enjoy yourself. That's right. We're gonna say happy birthday, happy early birthday to you, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, thank you, thank
You know what I'm saying? How old you gonna be? You gonna be what, about 40 something, man?
you. Woo! You should be ashamed of your damn self. No, I will be 38 tomorrow.
Oh shit. Damn, well you getting up there, goddamn it. I guarantee you
Yeah.
can't I guarantee you can't bend down and pick up your kids pick up your son's toy and jump back up like a motherfucking soul survivor, goddamn it.
Hell no, I tell him to get
You
his
want
ass
this shit
down there
right
and
here,
pick that shit
goddamn it.
up.
I
I'm
already
good.
know. I already know. That's why I fuck around now. My ass, even though I done lost some weight a little bit, but shit, I still gotta jump down and roll over.
I feel you
Shit.
all day.
Hell yeah. But tonight's show, we talking about motherfucking shake my motherfucking head. That's all I can tell you. It's just so much shit going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know you seen the picture with the Superman thing, didn't you?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's Superman kissing his son. I didn't even know Superman had a son.
Mm,
Yeah, he got a son. His son named 60 Man.
I ain't never heard of that one.
You ain't never seen that picture, man. That picture all over, it's all viral all over the fucking internet.
Mm-mm.
Man, this dude, and everybody making excuses, talking about so what, and it is what it is. No, it ain't is what it is, because kids is watching. I mean, I got a son, and I don't want him looking at this goof ass shit, even though he old enough to make his own decisions anyway. But I mean, you got a little boy, you know you don't want to see that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first lady said, yeah, that Superman's son kissing another guy. Ugh, I'm
Oh,
finna,
okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
yeah, this is a picture. This shit was all over the fucking news. It went viral, but I was like, okay, so this is where we at now. But I mean, I already knew they've been pushing
Hey.
this agenda. Yeah, that shit right there. And I'm trying to be nice to keep from going in, but I can't help it. I have to say something about this sick ass, goof ass shit that they got going on. That's basically pinpointed towards our children. I'm gonna stop saying kids because kids is a little bitty goat, and we ain't got no fucking goats. So I'm gonna say children, a child. You know what I'm saying? And when these children see shit like this, they're gonna be like, you know what? So, mama, is it okay for me to kiss my friend in the mouth? And I know most females probably, what the fuck this nigga say? Superman still Superman. Yeah, he sure is with a dick in his hand. But anyway, um, I'm just saying, man, that shit is wrong. Cause like I said, I'm much older than you, Kim, and when I was coming up watching the Super Friends and all that shit as a kid, that made us feel masculine. It made us feel strong. Cause we were like, mama, I'm gonna be just like Superman, even though I don't even fall for that shit now. But you know, back then you want to be somebody strong that was gonna be a protector for your mother. You know, when your
Right.
father's not around. You know what I'm saying? But you got this shit right here. You can't be no protector and you doing no goofy ass shit like that. If anything, you gonna whoop your mama ass because you kissing another motherfucking man. She'll be like, Junior, you don't supposed to be doing this goofy ass shit. But he gonna be like, fuck you, mama. If he want to put dick in me, that's his business. See what I'm saying? See how that shit is? That shit is wrong, man. That shit wrong. That shit is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, what did it say? She said, the son, John John Clark, is supposed to be a bisexual. Oh God, they just killing it. What is it, better? What is
I can't say I agree to a certain extent with certain things. I said a
uh-huh,
certain extent, mind you.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Now, when it comes to the kids, I say, teach them the way that they're supposed to be taught. Teach a boy to be a boy, which eventually you have to teach him to be a man. Teach a girl to be a girl, which eventually, she'll grow to be a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, they're going to make the decision to be whatever they want to be. And that's just what it is. I have nothing against it. I just feel like if you love, if your heart tells you to love another man, do that. If that's what makes you happy, do that. I can't be somebody to come up to you and tell you that ain't right. And then, first of all, don't get me wrong. I know people are gonna judge me. I was brought up on the Bible. I believe in certain things in the Bible, but I'm also a believer that at the end of the day, you do what makes you happy. You do
That's
whatever your
true.
heart feels. I can't come and tell you, say for instance, you're in love with who you're with. I can't come in your life and tell you you can't love her for whatever reason. That's not my choice. That's up to
Well,
you.
you got one. You got one. Shout out to Ernest Atkins. He said he don't believe. He disagree.
Hey,
He don't believe.
that's his
Well,
opinion
yeah,
though.
but see, that's the whole thing, Kim. I'm gonna say this right here. You know, me and you been knowing each other for a good while now. But check this out.
Yeah,
You are entitled to your opinion, and your opinion
right,
is well approved in my book. But I'm like Brother Atkins, because see, I'm going to show you something. This is the thing that most people do not talk about. Okay, you said they're going to go into the world doing whatever they do anyway. You're right, but
right,
it starts in the home. When you talk to your child and give your child an understanding of who that child is firsthand, that child gonna always automatically gonna be to the point where he knows who he is. That's the reason why in
right.
the Bible it says train a child up the way it should grow, and
Right.
it won't depart from
You
that.
have to train them though. Remember that. At the
Yeah,
end of the day, that child is gonna go out into the world, see things, hear things, learn things that you did not show them or try to hide from them. Eventually that child is gonna go their own way. At the end of the day, you're still that child's parent. You still have to love them regardless, whatever it is. If they choose to wander away, you can still try to teach them, but you can't force nobody to be who you want them to be. You can't force your beliefs. That's just like me trying to force you to be, and not, don't nobody judge me on this. That's like me trying to force you to be a Jehovah's Witness. If that ain't your belief, I can't force that on you. If that's not what you have in your heart to believe in, then I can't make you believe in that. You can't do that to people. That's why a lot of people end up killing themselves. Kids, they're confused, they're scared. They're scared to say what they feel or how they feel about certain things. They're afraid of being judged, they're afraid of being, turned down, not accepted. I mean, you can't do that to people. It's to me, it's just not right. And
Well,
like I
I got a
said, that's just
question.
my opinion.
okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead, bro.
I got a question. I have a question for the sister. I get a woman's point of view. All right. If when I look at it, right, say I'm gonna make a statement for when I look at it, and I raise my child with the best ability I know, give them the best moral standards, understanding about the world. They go out and make that decision, right? So they make that decision because I've experienced this real life. So they make that decision. But as a parent, at the end of the day, I look at what did all my instruction and training lead to? How is my child benefiting the overall progression of the community as a whole? The problem with the agenda is that it individualizes and compartmentalizes people into groups and subgroups, creating more division because someone is going to have one moral understanding and one group is going to have another moral understanding. As that section of people, what does it do to further the culture? It becomes an individualistic, it keeps perpetuating individualism, do as thou wilt. And that is a philosophy that goes against human nature. It ain't even Alistair Crowley. It goes against human nature because if every one of us did what we wanted to do, that's anarchy. That's destruction. And it creates chaos. It creates corruption within a society. So it's not that the person is doing it. They have that choice. That's fine. But when you try to force the majority of the world to accept that as a social norm, then that's problems. If you're going to have that type of mindset, then you have to do that in quiet. Just like certain things we do in our house, I wouldn't go out in the street and do them because that's for the house.
That's right.
The agenda is trying to make the world globally accept this as something that is normal, and it's not normal. Black people as a culture, we don't have problems. I have gay people. I have no problem with that, but they don't force it. We know that that happens. Okay, cool. But you can't come around the whole family. You're telling everybody in the family, hey, y'all need to get on board with this right here and accept it because this is how it is. No, we don't have to accept it. We deal with it, but that doesn't mean we have to accept it.
Accept it. That's right.
I can deal with it, but because I deal
Right,
with something
and
does
you
not
don't.
mean
You're absolutely right. You're right. You don't have to accept it, but you should respect it, is what I'm saying. Don't accept it, is what I'm saying, but
yes,
respect that person as an individual. I mean, if what I'm saying makes sense, respect them
yes,
as an individual for the decision that they made for their life. That's just like
right, right,
if
right.
say for instance, if what the road you decide to take is
Yes,
wrong in their mind. At the end of the
right.
day, because you're an elder of them, you have to they have to respect that decision that you make.
Yeah, yeah.
At the end
That's
of the
true.
day, that's all for me. That's all it's about is respect. Respect
Right,
it. You don't have to accept what I do, but you're gonna respect me. Period.
right, right.
Well, the way I see it, and this is real shit right here. You know, the reason why I say it starts at the home is because everything that takes place at the home,
Yeah,
it basically should be the the whole concepts of bringing the child's mindset, getting him prepared or her prepared for what society has to throw at them. Because that's just like me. I came from a two-parent household. My father was James Evans Jr., Senior, from Good Times, basically. And my mother was Florida Evans. But she looked better. But anyway. uh, but the whole concept was my dad knew his place. My mother knew her place. My mother never came in and told my father, well, hey, this is how I want you to raise Maurice and his brothers and them, or whatever the case may be. And this is how I'm going to raise him. No, it wasn't like that. Because the way my father came into the world, he came into a world as a single parent, you know, child, because he had two brothers. He had a brother himself. My grandmother had my father when she was 16 back in the days. And the whole concept of how he was raised was fucked up because my grandmother didn't really raise my father. My great grandmother raised my father because my grandmother was too busy running behind my grandfather who was in the military. He was over in fucking Germany. She went over to Germany with him and left her sons in fucking Nashville, Tennessee. So my dad basically looked it up to my great grandmother as his mother and father. And that's been the case for a long time in our society as black people. You know, we'll bring our child or children into this world, and we expect somebody to raise them. And a lot of times they get raised pretty good. Sometimes they get raised pretty bad. And a lot of times we basically don't want to be held accountable for the things that we're supposed to show our children, because the way, like Brother Judah said, the way society set up today, they got it set up to where they want the child to be the best friend. Uh-oh, Kim then vamped out. I don't know, she probably lost signal or something. But
yeah, because it did that to me.
yeah, she'll probably have to come back on. But hope she'll click, come back on. But the way society got our, oh, there she is. The way society got our kids, they basically got our kids wondering, well, not really wondering, basically putting out there what they want them to basically take in.
Yeah,
And that's a bunch of foolery,
right.
foolishness, things that we were totally against things that we consider you had a fucking mental problem if you felt like you was a girl. Because we was out there playing football, playing baseball, and doing male shit. We had no business over there. We had no business back over on the other side playing with baby dolls and shit with the girls.
Chaos.
What's that, bro?
See now let's as a collective, let's concentrate this thing. Let's look at, they tried to first say that they did studies. They tried to bring up this whole thing. Maybe it's scientific, it's biological. Maybe someone is born like that. Okay. There's not enough science and evidence to prove that that is the case. But what they have shown is that if someone is usually leaning that way, it's because of a trauma that has happened to them in their childhood. It's because of what they have been taught as being acceptable.
Yeah.
And it's because of what they have been led to believe is okay. Those three determining factors have set up what we see now. But for the individual who is going through that, they say, well, I always felt like this. And that's totally okay, because it could be something chemically going on in the brain of a person, psychologically, that causes them to get a feeling from it. And if you're feeling it and it's an overwhelming feeling and you're feeling confused about the feelings that you're having, that's only leading back to playing into what your mind is always telling you. Mind is always telling you. See, sometimes the mind is a very tricky place also.
Oh yeah, that's why I've always heard that heard that saying, your mind play tricks on you, you play tricks back. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So as a whole now, socially, we're talking that's the biological part of it, the biochemical part of it. Now that's the science of it. Now let's look at it from a social standpoint. Go back and look at cultures in the past and find which cultures where this type of attitude or mindset dominated at. And where it's going to lead you back to is Rome. It's going to lead you back to that Greek culture and what they were doing in their cultures to the boys. They started young, indoctrinating them. They brought that culture over here, and little bit by little bit, they started to institute it. So these things are not just natural things. These things are taught doctrines. That's why cartoons, like you have to, when you say when the Bible says raise a child, train your child up in the way that it should go, it's certain things that our children have seen and heard and experienced that has caused them, because they were so delicate in that area, that type of programming took a hold of them a certain type of way. Anything short of trauma, from molestation or rape, anything else outside of those two variables is indoctrination. And they don't know how the child got it, because the child seen something. Everybody receives colors different, but the normal human mind is supposed to look at an image. That's purple. Yeah, that's purple. But the brain chemistry for every human being is not the same, closely related. But how one mind receives information and interpretation of colors and imagery and processes that, depending on the environment that they're growing up in, depending on what they're experiencing, that information is going to process and register to them different, and it's going to be conveyed and come out different in that individual. That's why we have to protect our children from what they hear and what they see. But when I force you as a parent to go out and work hard to maintain a living and leave your child barely supervised to give them the TV, to give them a book to read, to whatever to do, whatever to distract them so that I can get this money and be able to take care of you. All this stuff plays into it. So I do have
that's some real shit. That is some real shit you saying, because I just thought about what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said on some shit like that. Because he basically made a story. He basically brought up where he said they already know how they want black women to live their lives being a single parent, because they know that when a black woman get pregnant, she gets pregnant by a man that really don't see value in her. Only thing he see is a good time, that particular time, and then after that, he don't want to have nothing else to do with her. Especially when she say, you know what, I'm pregnant. And he say, I don't want to, that ain't my child. He can go on by his business. Now she's left to take care of the child by herself.
Right.
When she end up taking care of that child by herself, she have nobody to basically caretake that child, especially a little girl.
Yep.
So the little girl is basically growing up without a father figure. The mother trying to make ends meet now. She's trying to take care of home.
Yeah.
She's got to go to work. Sometimes she probably work 2 jobs, but we're gonna say she working 1 job. While she's working that job, it probably be late that evening.
Yeah.
When she get off work, or probably, when she get off work, the child is at home by herself. So she gets home from school, she doing what she's supposed to be doing while the mother's at work. As she gets older, when she's like a teenager or whatever. You got her walking from school by herself. You got these perv motherfuckers standing on the corner looking at this young lady.
Mm-hmm.
They looking like, I want you, she fine as a motherfucker. Now remember, the food that we eat basically specifies how you gonna grow. Because a lot of food that these young folks eating, it has a lot of
estrogen.
Yes, and it
estrogen.
It makes your body grow faster than it normally grows. Because when I was coming up, it was okay to see a young lady with no titties, but now you got 9 and 10-year-olds that got titties like their mother.
Yeah,
and not to mention, you got these pervs sitting up there looking at this shit like, damn. I wonder if she got a father at home. And damn, Kim said she having a problem trying to connect. Kim, probably Kim, if you on, see if you can just turn your Wi-Fi off, cut it back on, or just reset your phone and do it like that and come back on. That's probably what you had to do. Because like I said, that's how I just do. Ernest actually said Kim got an Obama phone. Well, if you got an Obama phone, they gonna be fucking with you. Cause that motherfucker there and be bruh crazy. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. But like I said, you got these motherfuckers basically watching her, and like, she ain't got no father at home. And so when she walking down the street, he say, hey, baby, how you doing? And he look, and she like, hey, she not knowing that this nigga is basically set her up for the okie doke. But she don't know it. She just see a nice man. He seemed to be pretty cool. He's dressed real nice. And, he's an old man. And she talking to him. And he talking about, this and that and other. And then he trying to make friends with her. Get in her head as time move along. Then it get to the point where he'd start walking her to the house. And then he like, if you don't mind if I come in and sit with you, like, well, my mom don't want me having nobody in. And he's like, oh, I understand. But, I was just going to sit in and we, just talk with you about the facts of life or whatever the case may be. And he sit up in there and hold a conversation with her. And then sometimes he might even probably juice her up to where she would want to have sex with her. She probably not even knowing that. She just thinking that this is an older man that really like her, and she gonna get pretty much stuck on the man's concepts of what he's trying to push her against. Next thing you know, he fucking. Next thing you know, she's pregnant. The mama looking crazy, like, what the hell happened? Why the hell did this happen? She's trying to beat the hell out of the girl because she's emotional. The fact that I can barely take care of you. Now you done got pregnant and got a child, and you still in fucking school. So it's basically a stair step of bullshit that starts. That basically keeps all dumb down and dumbfounded. And you see a lot of this going down in our communities, and we try to basically make this shit the new normal and make this shit the right way of living our lives, and it's wrong. That's the reason why I tell black women, don't stop saying that you don't need a black man in your house. Because you do. You need that protector, that provider. But hell, the thing about it is you gotta first love yourself before you can love anybody. Because when you get into the point where you start getting into a relationship with a guy and you don't love yourself first, then yeah, you're gonna get a boo-boo head. You're gonna get a motherfucker gonna make a fool out of you. He gonna basically do whatever the fuck he feel like he need to do to your ass because you already see through you that you don't care about yourself. You going around here with a tight ass short pants, showing your ass and your ass crack, your titties out, wearing all these goddamn hair hats and eyelashes and shit. You basically showing your insecurity, your the value of yourself. He gonna say, "Oh, I don't want to do is fuck her then. I ain't trying to be her old man for real, because she don't really give a fuck about herself."
Okay.
So guess what? Yeah, but go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna smooth it out a little bit because that's a whole nother animal in itself. That comes from an in-house thing. See, that's over sexualization.
Yeah.
Right. But that over sexualization of the black woman, that came from an agenda also.
Yeah.
See, all these agendas and all these ways, a lot of these, the way of thinking that we have as a people today, these are all agendas that have been built up over time. They go from one thing to the next thing, one thing to the next thing. So they keep building and putting brick upon brick, agenda upon agenda, until they have built a whole fucking mansion with a gate around it, with a security code. Till we so boxed in, we don't even know how to get out. And when we try to get out, they got guards at the gate. We just locked in. So the only thing we just stuck. We just stuck in a place. So we just own that plantation. And we just rather deal with it and try to go along to get along and just let it be. We'll die on the plantation.
We try to make shit the new normal, which is not normal. I mean, that's just like this goddamn cake. That's just like this goddamn cake right here, bro, Judah, that I'm finna show you right here, bro. That's just like this goddamn cake. Look at this cake. Look at that cake. Look at this goddamn. Look at this cake right here, bro. You see that cake?
Hold on. No, it ain't came up yet. Okay. Yeah.
You see?
Okay.
Oh, you see it now?
Yeah.
That's That's somebody's birthday cake.
What does that look?
Yes.
Oh, Newports. Oh, they must be us. They love tobacco.
Newports, Coos, Filter King, or whatever the fuck. It don't matter. But this is the whole concept. They think this is cute, and this is, but it's really like a signification of you smoke too goddamn much. But we're gonna make a birthday cake that looks like the cigarettes that's all around your area.
Oh,
then they got
a
fake ashes and the goddamn ashtray at the top.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something because I smoke, right, and it's not a justification of it. But what I found out is that this is the thing with that whole tobacco thing. You gotta go back and see. That's why I say that history is so important. Our people at one point, and this is why we had to get this shit straight, is that we have a combination of things going on. We have people that have been here since the beginning. We have some of us who our ancestors came over in intermingled, very small percentage. However, when they came to the new world, tobacco was a cash crop. See, we know that they didn't have all these additives in there. You understand what I'm saying? It's a natural herb. It's a natural thing. It's nothing that the cracker created, but it was ceremonial. It was ceremonial. They have just taken it and twisted it, added it with chemicals.
Add chemicals. I was about to say,
chemicals. So they have just flipped it upside down because that's what the peace pipe that people, when they seen the natives or the indigenous, the original, that was tobacco. But that tobacco is symbolic also. They just weren't running around just everybody blowing on. No, that peace pipe had tobacco in it. And it gives you a natural euphoria. Natural tobacco wood. You don't need to add all the other bullshit into it.
Your screen just froze up. Look kind of robotic a little bit.
Hold
See
on.
if you, okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, there
There
you
you
go.
go.
Yeah, it just kind of
Yeah.
froze, but I hear you. Hear you good.
Okay. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. With a lot of the agendas that and some of the things that they got going on, we got to look back at our history and say, why are they just doing it? History will teach a person a lot about the issues that they face today, what's the purpose and the point behind it. So I could understand someone not just readily accepting something, but if something is out there and they saying that this is part of the truth or this is part of that pie, then you got to go do your due diligence and go research to find
Mm-hmm.
out if you really want to know. But if you're not that concerned about it, then your opinion on a matter that you are ill informed about, you have no standing. So keep your opinion to yourself because you're not informed enough on that matter. I'm not finna jump in the ring with a bear. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't got claws as a man. I'm not a bear.
Yep,
But what I
exactly.
will take that motherfucker, I'll shoot the shit out of his ass. But I ain't finna get in
Exactly.
there and fight him hand to hand.
Hell
You
no.
understand what I'm saying? So be prepared. So our people have to be prepared for some of the conversations that we get into. My opinion on the matter from the outside looking in is just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But unless I'm in the ring, I can't tell Ali what to do in the ring when he's trained. He was the one that was trained. I can't tell Floyd what it is in the ring. I'm not a boxer. But from the outside looking in, I'd say, yeah, he got you on this. He say, well, you don't understand because you're not in there. You're a spectator to the sport. You see what I'm saying? So I don't I try to keep it in an understanding and a perspective that okay, I could just gauge by if someone has some real valid shit, and the way they talk, because that's how it is in this type of community. The shit that we do, the things we talk about, this is a community where you have to be informed.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah, most definitely.
a rugged, just raw opinion. Yeah, people gonna listen to you out of respect. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty of it, you have to have data, facts, truth. You have to have evidence.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it works. When you're
Yeah,
talking about taking on forces of opposition, you need to have facts. You need to have some kind of truth to back up your standpoint. Other than that, people like that doesn't matter.
yeah.
You understand?
But even like, when I used to always say, you can have the facts and people just like to just cherry pick things they want to hear because it's like we said earlier, it's just like soul food. It tastes good to you, but it's not good for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole complex that we live in today's society because we look at everything to be a feel good mechanism. Sometimes
Yeah.
we have to get that pat on the hand to let us know
Right.
we need to get our shit together. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, we can't keep going through life living this Walt Disney fairy tale lifestyle because we basically going off a narrative that somebody else created that has nothing to do with us. And it's just like when Kim was saying about, you're supposed to love your child regardless of how that child becomes. Yeah, that's true. You should never discredit your child, but at
No.
the same time, you still gotta give credit where credit is due, meaning that you gotta be more response to the fact where being more in response to being more responsible to the way you brought your child into this world. And that's why I say, when you say, what I'm saying, these kids get out here and they basically go out their concepts of learning from what the streets basically show them. Yeah, I understand that part. But it still gotta starts at home because if that child learned pretty good at home the way that child supposed to have learned, and you basically not cherry picking certain things that child is learning, then that child is going to basically grow up the way it's supposed to grow up to be. But if you
Yeah.
basically have ass giving that child information and you're not sharing the real concept, like you said, if you're not bringing the facts and you just basically hiding shit from the child, then yeah, the child gonna do some sucker shit. gonna do some crazy shit because it's gonna be like it must be something good because my mama didn't want to show me or my daddy didn't want to show me, so I'm gonna have to go out here and find out for myself. And sometimes, and it happens just where it happens. The child ends up being a failure.
Yeah.
But
And this go ahead, bro. My bad.
no,
Sorry
no,
about that.
I was gonna say, but that's the whole thing about it, because see, a lot of times we'll say, well, I don't want to whoop my child like my mom whooped me because my mama tried to beat the hell out of me. My mom abused me in this way or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, a lot of times it be somewhat of a generational curse to where it has it is ups and downs, is devalue, morals that comes along with it because a lot of times we find ourselves not really knowing what a person is going through that brings their child up the way they bring their child up to be. Because, I know people in my family that basically have gotten done wrong by their family members, and they basically carried their legacy on to bring up children in their lifetime to where their child started to grow up to be so, hard headed and doing stupid ass shit in society. And it happens. That's the reason why you have to be very careful on how you start your your population.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, in your home. Because if you're not raising your child or your children the right way, they're gonna go out in this world and make chaos. They're gonna help the motherfucking the beast become successful in making chaos in this world that we live in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you let this child grow up thinking that it's okay to the call women bitches and hoes and if I ain't getting this paper, you know what I'm saying, by rapping and playing basketball or singing and dancing, then then I don't want to do it. Then chances are you already know what this child mind gonna be at. And then if you fuck around and ignore that child and let that child go through life wondering and wondering and wondering, eventually he's gonna do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna get out here and rob. He gonna do whatever it takes for some attention.
Yeah. Now,
You know
see,
what I'm
you
saying?
made a good point because that go back to what I was saying, right? Is that it's not the consumption of the diet or what you intake, but it's the cleanup process after that. Like
Right.
I have no problem. I have no problem. Like I have conversations with my youngest daughter. You know, she got her own mindset. She think a certain way, and we'll joke and laugh about things. But then at the same time, I come back and I correct her and try to give her the real on what it is, what she really seeing because they're young. They're going to see it from that perspective. So I'm up here. I'm up here on the mountain. You're down here. So yeah, I can understand it from down there. But I'm gonna show you how the view looks from up here. Because you're still trying to climb that mountain. So leaving a child uncorrected in an action is more detrimental. Yeah, they're gonna enter, they're gonna partake of things because they gotta leave out their door. They gotta go out into the world.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And this is why communication and understanding is so important with a child. They are gonna always forever be your child, and they're gonna go out in the world and see things and partake of it. And then okay, some of them get a little too deep. I've got too deep in it, you know, but I've been fortunate enough to where I learn the error of my ways and constantly try to correct myself.
Mm-hmm.
The problem comes in again is when someone, as an individual, when you try to take your individual mindset, make it exclusive, and say that y'all, the world has to accept this and this is how it is. No one has to accept anything because if it goes against the norm and you try to force a new normal, you'll try, and especially if it's not a benefit.
All right, brother. Be easy,
All right,
brother.
bro. Peace out, brother.
But yeah.
So I take it just certain things I take the high road on, but then when the evidence shows me otherwise, I got to go with the evidence. I had to put personal opinions to the side
Mm-hmm.
I got to go with what the evidence and how a type of behavior or a certain behavior. It's like we can crucify everybody under the sun. We can crucify the bank robber, the drug dealer, everybody under the sun. Why is
But
it when
don't
it
go to
comes to
the
this
go
thing?
to the main source though.
Right,
But
right.
don't want to go to the main source.
So why
Yes,
when it
you
comes
know
to the
that's
sexual
why.
orientation,
Oh
we
yeah.
are we got to shut our mouth. But
Oh
we can
yeah.
say, get out the drug dealer, get the pusher out. You can say, get this, get everybody else has can be crucified, but we have to accept that. Nah, homie, it ain't working like that. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh,
We,
that is funny that you said that because
yeah,
that's the whole concept that I got last week when we was talking
yeah,
about Kels.
right, right,
You know, like I said, Kels don't own Sony Entertainment. He don't own Jive
no,
Records. These are the Jewish people that own these record companies and these television and movie companies. They already know that you got some liquid that you finna bring to their production line. Guess what? You can do whatever the fuck you want to do as long as you making that guap, that fatty for us. They don't give a damn. You can have 20 goddamn elementary children in that goddamn room, in that motherfucking
yeah,
at your motherfucking house. As long as you got your ass up that morning and going in that studio or wherever the fuck they want you to be at and get that money, get that paper for them. Then they give you little crumbs afterwards.
yep,
And
yep,
so that's the whole ideal of it. Because bro, you just gave a damn good opinion about the situation. That's why I said I told the brother last week I wasn't trying to shit on him. But I understand that he was getting it from an emotional side instead of listening to what I was trying to show him. That you can't look at it
yeah,
from the surface. You got to look at it from grassroots of how this shit came about. Because if you looked
yeah,
at this shit from grassroots from where it came about, you will see that R. Kelly ain't the only motherfucker that ever did the shit that R. Kelly have done, supposed to have done.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But at
yeah,
the same time, you got to think about it. The black man has always been public enemy number one since his first when he settled over here as a slave. Even though his black people was already over here, but slaves. We just talking about Africa right now. But
right,
their whole concept was to make us be what they want us to be, and they
yeah,
feel comfortable. They'll feel comfortable you being that way.
right, right, right,
Because if you be any other kind of way, they have a problem with it. The Black Panthers,
yeah,
they showed you do that with the Black Panthers, the Deacons of Defense, Freedom Riders, Snick and Core. The
mhm,
list goes on and on. The Nation of Islam, Fruit of Islam. I mean, anytime black people start to stand up for what they believe in, that they know is right,
yeah, they know
they
it's
get
right,
ridiculed.
right,
They get ridiculed.
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like this
yeah,
diagram right here. I want to talk about this because I had pulled it up earlier, but we're gonna talk about this diagram. I seen this on social media today. And I thought this was one of the most real diagrams I've seen this year. It talks about the
man,
church. The church controls the mother, school to control the children, prison
Protestants,
to control the father.
Germans, Englishmen, churches, Rome, Protestants, because they were the first ones who was over here, out of the foreigners, the Protestants, the school systems, that's a German thing, but the
Mm-hmm.
church is at the helm of it all because Sunday school, what we know today, wasn't like that. They was indoctrinating them religiously first because our people had a spiritual system already set up.
Shut up,
Even
yeah.
though they
Mm-hmm.
even though
Yep.
they warred amongst each other, they brought a form of Christianity which they had got after they went into Egypt and took back to Greece, right, with Alexander the Great. Okay. So they had that form of indoctrination. And when they brought it over here, the Germans, those immigrants, took it, right? Now you get what you call your modern day school. But the first school was the church, and it was religious indoctrination to get us to turn away from what we knew
What we,
was culture. That's why they call us
what we
soul
really
people.
do, what we really had in our hearts to believe,
It's already in our soul. We were born with it.
born with it.
we don't need. We don't. That's why when people say, "Well, I don't believe the Bible," I don't need, because it's already in your soul.
In your soul, it's in your body.
The book
It's
is
in your.
just a
It's in your
representation what's already
essence.
in you. It's in
It's
your
right. It's in your
essence.
essence. That's the
It's
reason why
already
I
in
tell
you.
people. That's why I tell people, Brother Jude. I said, look, man. I said, why you think we create shit so perfect, and then we get to understand, like, how did we do this? It was destined for you to do it because you are the God that you're
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
the government was to
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
you that we basically got things in place because we don't want you to know who you really are. We know that you are the jewel of the Nile. We know that
Yeah.
you basically are the firstborn on this planet. We know that you basically brought in every life form on this goddamn earth.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we got to limit you to a certain degree because if we basically give you where your history was way back in the days, you'll dominate us, and then we won't have shit. Then we,
Right.
like I said
Yeah.
before, back to
Right.
the cave, Caucasian man,
Yeah. 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 They
because
take away,
you
take the
no
power to
longer
rule.
you're no longer in royalty like you think you are. Because you that Prince Charles and Princess Diana, the bullshit that was stolen. All that shit was stolen. But Diana
Yeah.
she even realized, started to realize it was bullshit before she passed. That's why she's dead. Because she was like, she ended up dating a goddamn Egyptian, a black Egyptian that nobody knew, that the media didn't want the people to know about. That's another reason why that heifer dead today. See, the
Yeah.
thing about it is when you start to realize the real historical matter within us, you start to look at life a whole lot different than
A
what
whole
you
lot
look at.
different. Right.
And see,
A
like
whole lot
this
different.
diagram right here, church controls the mother. Yeah, because the preacher man, he gonna tell you, like in this day and time, you don't need no man. You don't need no man. All you need is all you need a friend in Jesus. Jesus is your personal Lord and Savior. That means that Jesus basically got your best interest. You don't need no man to help you get through life. But at the
Yeah.
same time, you got a son that's about to go to jail. You got a son that's in jail. You got your whole fucking family is dying from different types of cancers. You got your uncle, your brother, your brother basically want to kill your other brother. All this shit is going on in your society, and this Jesus character that you so love ain't nowhere in the picture. You know why? Because the Jesus that you are looking for is within you. That's
Yeah.
what the fucking whole concept is. See, if you
Yeah.
really stop and think about who you are as godliness within, the
Yeah.
better off your home will be. You won't have to
Yeah.
say you don't need no man. That preacher man, you don't even know that preacher man is basically a damn architect tool for the
He's a
synagogue.
charlatan, man. He's a charlatan,
Yeah,
a businessman.
yeah.
He's a
He
businessman.
he basically working for them. He working for the powers that be. And a lot of them goddamn preachers are masons. So guess what?
Yeah.
They keep a lot of them motherfuckers are gatekeepers for the powers that be
Mm-hmm.
to keep you dumbed down and dumbfounded. That's the reason why George
Yeah.
W. Bush stood up there and said that if y'all help vote me back into the goddamn White House, you ain't got to worry about paying taxes. And look how many how many black people say praise the Lord and help George W. get back in the White House.
Yeah.
See,
George Bush, man, I'll give you a little stat. I'll give you a stat.
go ahead, bro.
Back in '05, '07, George Bush, along with it was one other, it was a sister. They went over to the United Nations, and they basically what he tried to do was he tried to claim all black people as ownership over them,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the reason being is because what people don't realize is that when you classify yourself as quote unquote African American, you are not a citizen of this country. You are an immigrant. So, under that status and under the law of this land, you have no rights. You have no legal rights. If they want to get your ass up out of here, claim ownership over you, they can do that. But what they told George Bush, because there was already some indigenous people over there, and they know the history, right? The United Nations knew. They say the same. They told George Bush and the sister, the same way you came in, that's the same way you can go out. We know the truth. We ain't with the bullshit. That land belongs to them people, your system, and you can't, because anybody can claim you as chattel, as property, because of how you designate yourself in standing by law. See, the first thing to wake up to the realization of what the law says. You understand what I'm saying? And that's another point. That's another part of the puzzle. That's a deeper part of the rabbit hole that our people don't get into and don't understand about. So this war is really deep. This thing is really heavy. It comes from all angles, but you got gatekeepers who are perpetuating the narrative, keeping our people in that mindset, because with that mind frame comes a certain type of way of thinking, a line of thinking, a certain training.
Exactly.
You know.
So that's the whole point of the mother, the controlled substance of the mother in the church, because that's where you see most women are in the church than it is men. Yeah, you have men in the church too, but it's not as deep as the women.
No,
and it's not because there are more women in the world than it is men. No, they ain't. That miss me with that. That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's got something to do with the fact that they basically trying to keep women mind fucked by saying certain things that basically throw them off of where their home's supposed to be like. Because like I said, I remember, I even went before God rest his dead, my mom and my dad had a big situation one time, a little bit, a couple of months before my mama passed, bro. And this is a true story. My mother, one of my mother's friends told my father, one of my mother's friends told my mother that they caught my dad around the way over another woman's house and picked up my mother and took my mother and showed my mother my father's truck parked at this woman's house. My mother was so hurt and upset. She didn't show it because she didn't want me to get upset at the time, to where she basically just went to her preacher. And the preacher told my dad and my mother, well, he basically went off on my dad. He told my dad, my mother shouldn't even be with you. That my mother need to leave you. Clearly. I'm listening to this shit, brother, as I'm in the other goddamn room listening to it. And this the same preacher motherfucker who got a goddamn whole old lady on his goddamn plantation, on his goddamn land in Mississippi. I ain't gonna call the nigga name out, but he know who the fuck he is. Trying to tell my mother that you don't need his ass. He, you know what I'm saying? You know, and my dad was, you know, he was pissed off. He was sad. He was sad because he was getting one side of the story and not the full side. He was just getting my mama's side of the story. He didn't get my daddy's side of the story. He didn't give a fuck what my daddy felt.
He didn't care about that. Yeah.
And I never really understood that, Brother Judah, until I got to be a grown man myself. Because I was like laughing. I was kind of tripped out about it. I was like, damn, dude talking shit to my daddy. You know, I'm thinking like, I'm like a goddamn coon. I'm like, yeah, get my dad. But I didn't realize that this motherfucker wasn't no better than my father.
Okay.
And that be the goddamn case with a lot of these black churches. Because these preachers be fucking a lot of these goddamn female members. And some of them be fucking the men too nowadays. So yeah, and they working for the system of white supremacy. That's why they always preach certain things out of the Bible that sound good, because it dates all the way back to slavery time when they first gave the black man the Bible to read certain verses out the Bible that sounded good for Mr. Charlie. Because if you read something that he told you not to read, you got your ass whooped and you was hung the next fucking day. You was strange fruit hanging from the goddamn tree.
Yeah.
So just think about it. It's a fucking generational curse all the way down up from slavery to now.
And to add to that, think about this right here, right? When we look at it from that perspective, when we look at it from that perspective, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with the R. Kelly, the whole situation. See, what they understood and what the gatekeepers understood was that there was a certain time in history where the energy shift between the masculine and the feminine was supposed to balance itself out or begin to balance itself out. It's what they like to in the what they like to call the age of Aquarius or the age of knowledge or the age of information. The melanated species on the planet was slowly starting to come into alignment where that the masculine mindset was coming into agreement with the feminine mindset, right? This is to set the stage so that the planet would and the universe will start to give off more good energy and things will start to right themselves out of all the wrongs that everybody on the planet has done. The universe and things that people don't have no clue about, they were going to start to straighten themselves out. So the agenda was, and this is why they had to sacrifice chaos, because he at the beginning when he came in the 90s, he was ushering in that more, and women were becoming more feminine, more sensual. Men were becoming more loving and accepting towards the feminine because it's like, damn,
More masculine. Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
and understanding that, oh man, all you got, this is what it takes to really love her, and the women were accepting like, yeah, that's all it is. I ain't saying you can't go out and live in the world, baby, but you know, understand that I'm still here. You know, reach out to me, talk to me. So he was balancing that energy because of what he was singing about. Yet it
Yep.
was sexual because they knew that sexual part because it's procreation. You're gonna make loving children. You see what I'm saying? So,
That,
but the
that's all
sacrifice
I
and the
was
trade
saying,
off.
lad. That's all I was saying last week, and motherfuckers try to crucify me, telling me not to take
But
up for what he supposed to have been
oh
doing,
man,
which
it
they
had
don't even
nothing
really
to.
know. It ain't like I said, bro. It didn't
Nah,
have
it's deeper. It's
shit to
deeper
do.
than rap.
Deeper than it. Yeah,
It's deeper than rap.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know. So that's what they wasn't. That's what. But what Chaos didn't get and what it registered later on was like, why are they crucifying me? Is because when you make that deal or you go into that industry, you're making a deal with another god, and that god is Lucifer.
That's right.
So for all the success and all that, the trade-off was that even though he made a lot of this happen, the trade-off was that he would have to be humiliated, ridiculed, shamed, brought low, just like the man that they love so much called Jesus.
Yeah, and then the last but not least,
So
murder, dead. You dead.
dead, yeah,
Because they didn't killed off your kid.
that
They didn't kill
right,
off
they
your
done
character.
killed
They
him.
made
Yeah,
everybody. They didn't make everybody hate you. So now all they can do now is kill you. Same way they did
that's
Michael Jackson and Prince and Whitney
that's
Houston
it. But
and
they
many
won't kill
others.
him. They killed him by putting him in prison.
Yeah.
So
But
that's still
see,
a
the
form
whole
of death.
thing about it, they know that they don't. They kind of trying to take a different direction, a directional turn with Kales because they know a lot of people still love Kales. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from
Man,
what
I'm
first
finna
lady
tell you something
from what
real quick.
first
I'm gonna
lady
say
was
something
telling
real
me.
quick,
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
real quick.
Mhm.
Because of R. Kelly in my life, I've been able and been afforded to be with some of the most beautiful women that have been attracted to me. Didn't even know that they was attracted to me. They came to me. So I know what the man music has done and did for the feminine mindset in terms of the man woman relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm. Uh-uh.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kels was giving motherfuckers game.
Oh yeah. Most
He
definitely.
was giving motherfuckers game.
You
Period.
can
Point
hear
blank.
you can hear nothing but God in that
Come on,
man's
man.
voice and his music.
Come
It
on, man.
made you feel somewhere. It made you felt some kind of way. It made you feel
Man,
good.
we want to listen to it. What if we was on the if motherfucker listen to Tupac, all we can listen to all the gangster rap, but at the end of the day, when nigga want to get off from the streets or whatever, man, that man finna put an R. Kelly with it, and niggas want Shane to be bumping Kales and be the
Hell
hardest gangster. Man, that's R. Kelly. You see what I'm saying?
no.
Motherfucker better not be
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, oh man, you listen to Kelly, that's soft. Nigga, you get, man, motherfucker, no, they
Well,
weren't
the
playing it.
thing about it, if you had a problem, the funny thing about it, if you had a problem listening to R&B and you going over a female house, nigga gonna be like, you must be gay.
Gay.
You must be a fool.
Yeah.
But
see
you
how
can't
it flipped
say that
now?
shit now. You say that shit now, and then it's like a cuss out. You
Now you
basically
listen to
probably
R&B?
get ridiculed. But see, that's
Oh
the
yeah,
whole
that nigga gay.
that's the whole ideal of this whole agenda, is to basically reflip the situation
Flip
from
it.
being how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? But moving on into this school to control the children. Well, that's another easy concept within itself too, because they give you watered down versions of your history and give you down diluted good versions of theirs.
Yeah. Yeah.
They told you Dr. King died because he had a dream. Remember? And all we knew about was Dr. King's "I Had a Dream" speech in 1963.
He wanted integration. And they'll tell you the reason why they killed the man.
Yeah. They
Because
didn't want to
he
tell you
woke
that.
up to the realization.
Yeah.
He
They
woke
told
up
you
to the realization.
everything everybody stood on was that big speech in 1963, where he said he had a dream that we all would come together and all that old goofy ass shit. But they didn't tell you about what he was saying in 1967 and in 68 before he passed.
Right.
That got him killed. Like how he wanted to come, like he was talking about going to DC to get those checks.
Yeah. Because they was giving out land grants.
And he was talking about the war in Vietnam. Like, why y'all's giving all this motherfucking money to fight a war in Vietnam when y'all got people over here in America that's suffering? Brother Julian vamped out. I guess his phone went out. He coming back in. Hopefully. Yeah, all these devices is messing up, man. Don't need another man singing in a woman's ear while you working on her. Bro, get on with that shit, Curtis. A lot of times you need a boost, goddamn it, because you know damn well your ass can't sing. So why you can't let no other man sing? It ain't like he gonna come to the goddamn CD and sing to her personally. Come on, Curtis. Don't be no damn fool now, bro. But like I was saying about this being controlled at the school, they basically gave false narratives to our kids and gave bullshit ass information. You know what I'm saying? That basically dumbed down and dumbfound our young men and women to believe in lies. Not to mention feeding our kids bullshit nutritiously. Oh yeah, all kind of stuff. And even to the point where when the kids come home from school, they're telling you something that you know is not to be the truth, because that's the way they keep controlling your child's state of mind, is by lying to them the way that they see fit.
This shit is
Okay, there
crazy.
you go. Yeah. I said, man, it's like they playing. It's like, I don't know, because I know I'm in a good area. I'm in a good area in Albuquerque. I'm in a fucking city. I'm in fucking Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I gotta be careful with this shit. Listen, man, my phone is on 30%. You know my phone just completely shut off.
No, not to mention, hell, I had a whole bunch of people watching this podcast. And how about?
That's what I'm telling you.
And how about this motherfucking the views went down.
That's what I'm telling you. They just cut my phone off.
They playing tic-tac-toe with the server. But see, this is the thing right here. I'm gonna go ahead because I'm gonna get off of here because I got like 15 more minutes anyway. But this is the thing I want you to know, Mr. Charlie. You can run, but you can't hide.
That motherfucker just cut my phone straight off, man.
You can run, but you can't hide, no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, no matter what you say. One thing I know about the karma system in this country, in this world. What you do to people will come back to haunt you in the later life. It might not get you today, it might not get you tomorrow, it might get you someday. It's gonna get you when you least expect it. While you sit around there counting your cash flow and talking about how the money you done stole from all the people, all the indigenous people on this planet, that's when the shit gonna hit the fan. And it's gonna, and you gonna remember what I just said by the time your eyes close when it happened to your ass. And this ain't no threat.
Man, that's crazy, man. Them folks just cut my phone straight off, man.
Yeah, yeah, because we not on the phone talking about doing the stanky leg and talking about
That
goof
shit
ass
is
shit.
crazy, man.
Yeah,
My
because like I
my shit
said,
got damn.
Because Kim said, hell, she said that ain't never happened to her phone before. See, like I said, they do shit because they know that chances are when you say some things, and a lot of times they probably got it set up to where when you say certain things online, it picks up and it automatically shuts you off.
Yeah. But remember, I told you that I've been told you. I said all these streaming services, these are all monitored services.
Yeah.
These systems are all monitored. So I already, but we've been knew that though. I've been saying
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I've
that's
been saying that.
and the problem is you can't make people believe what you want people to believe no goddamn way because everybody's not going along with it. That's why they're doing their verse. That's why they're doing their very hard work and trying to get you off the planet. They already know that they trying to bring in this new type of life form that they trying to create right up under your goddamn nose with this hokey pokey.
Well, as soon as you start saying that shit about Dr. King and that, they sure cut that shit off.
Oh yeah, I know it. But like I say again, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off this subject matter because I'm down to about 10 more minutes. Cause I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this goddamn show up because we did almost a good cool 3 hours.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show you how society, how this thing is set up because they don't do these things because you're lying. They do these things because you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Brother Rizza Islam for saying that because he said that. He said they're not gonna silence you because you're lying. They silence you because you're telling the truth. You cutting in on the hustle, baby. You cutting in on their money. They gotta make money off of you because they done already owe these other nations for the shit that they done took from these other nations. You borrowed money. Now they want their money back. So guess what they finna do? They finna go in every direction they see fit to get that money back. Even if they had to lie to your ass and tell you to do this and do that, a mandate shit and do all kind of shit to get their money back, to get their money, to give it back to these people. Some shit that you ain't had nothing to do with.
Yeah, but that's these platforms, man. I already know what the dealio is with the platforms and shit. It ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But
definitely.
I just know that I know that you know that they know that I know that we know.
Exactly.
So
ain't nobody falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Cause like I said, the things that I thought, I mean, cause once upon a time, Mr. Charlie, let me tell you something, Mr. Charlie. I know I was one of them that sit up there and had your back to the fullest. I thought it was us until I had to take a walk on the wild side took a real backstroke to history to find out what's really going on in our society. And I realized that you said that you the dominant being on this planet. So I feel like if you the dominant being on this planet, you the one create all these problems in the world. Think about that shit. You say you run everything, you got everything, and everything is up under you, is up on you. So you pretty much create all this bullshit that's going on in the world. So so you're right. You're right to set this goddamn shit up to where you want to shut things down and keep motherfuckers silent and quiet and shit.
I'm gonna tell Mr. Charlie. I'm gonna tell Mr. Charlie, just for the record, since he won't listen, I'm gonna tell Mr. Charlie, yeah, motherfucker, I know my people. You understand me? You know that I know. Yeah, I know. You know I be all on Ancestry. You know I be all on Family Search. You know that I know who my people is now. See, so I'm one of the ones that you can't fool. I done went and served your funk ass country, what you call your country. So I done went and did that. So you know, I have no fear of death. You understand what I'm saying? Because anytime you come for me, you already know what I bring. Nothing but motherfucking pressure. Prison don't scare me. Death don't scare me. Your indoctrination don't scare me. So you already know by my name when I tell you I'm Judah 2.0. and you know my motherfucking first name is Michael, and you already know about my other part, so you know who I am. So it ain't no secret with me, and you know who I
Exactly.
follow and what I came up under.
Exactly.
So just for the record, so the people know, I've been knew that you knew. You knew back in 2013, before I walked about them prison walls. You knew who I was and who I associated and affiliated with, and where I was going. So you can't scare me. You
Exactly.
know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Shit, you
Exactly.
probably
That's
be
the
doing
same
me a
way.
more favor.
Exactly. Exactly.
You don't scare me. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, you go ahead
That's
and do your
why.
thing, buddy.
That's how we all have to be on this in this whole
Yeah.
fiasco. Because if you sit around there and don't say nothing, they still gonna keep. They still gonna keep. They still gonna fuck over you. Ain't no one way street. It's a two-way fucking street on this situation. These motherfuckers, they gonna get you either way it go. You can sit up there and get on your knees and beg, please,
They
please.
don't give
They're
a
not
fuck
trying to
about
hear
that.
none of that shit.
They
They don't
ain't
give a
trying to
fuck
hear
about
that
it.
shit, man. They don't give a damn if you love Jesus or you love Allah. They don't give no damn about your religion. Black people had hold of every religion on the planet,
And not to
every
mention, and
one of
not to
them chose
mention,
they kill
I'm
their
gonna say
ass.
this right here. Exactly. I'm gonna say this shit and I'm gonna end mine. If you got a 501c3 program going on in your life in this country, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That means they control the contents of everything you say and do in this motherfucker. Meaning that you still on the plantation quietly in a nice way. But anyway, let me go ahead and promote my goddamn emails. If y'all got any black businesses, commercials, anything, I would love to promote it. You know what I'm saying? Send your video to chaoticdjmusic@gmail.com. I will be gladly to help promote your little businesses and things of that sort. Because one thing about me, I don't have no hate in my blood. Mr.
Hold
Charlie
on.
Steve, what, bro?
Man, boy, they got that Curtis Hines said, man don't need another man singing in a woman's ear while you working on
Yeah, he said that shit right there. You fucked up. I told that nigga, I said, man, you gonna get your ass
it.
on here with that bullshit. And he took off too. I think you gonna get your
Man,
goofy ass on here with that bullshit.
man, hey, Kay, what you say? Well, I don't know what you listen to. The goddamn ceiling fan hum around. What you say? Okay, that woman don't want to hear you get breathing. Hey, it's about man don't need another man
Nigga,
singing in a
nigga,
woman ear.
listen,
Why you
nigga,
fucking
listen,
on?
nigga, listen, and I told you,
But
I told your brother,
boy,
get
I
your
love you,
bro,
boy.
man.
Hey, boy.
I told him, I told you,
Hey,
get your bro, man.
hey.
Nigga, I guess nigga listen to the goddamn drive, washing clothes. They get him aroused, I guess. But bro, like
Yeah.
I told myself, man, you had to listen to songs like that to get the party started. Ain't like R. Kelly gonna jump off the damn CD and fuck your old lady right in front of you, man. Come on, you. That's why I said, man, get your ass out of here with that goofy ass shit. That nigga, that crazy, man. That's why I was trying to get Curtis to come on. I saw that nigga the link. He didn't want to come on. I tell Curtis, he know I'm a laugh. We gonna do them, make fun and laugh at his ass because that nigga that crazy.
Nah, but he be making some good points
But
though.
he makes some damn good point, but much love to you, Kurt, bro. Where your goof ass at, nigga? But that nigga be saying some real ass shit, man. Much love, respect that nigga. I've been knowing that
Yeah.
nigga since I moved to Hollandale back in the '90s. That nigga there, he gonna speak his goddamn mind, even though it be fucked up at times. We still love that nigga.
Yeah. I like that. Maybe you should start doing that even more though, bro. The audience,
Yeah.
the audience, every so often, go in and they comments or whatever, and then just let that be a segue into something else, because I'm looking back and I'm looking at the comments, and Sister Lisa, First Lady, made some real good points.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Kurt brought up, made a statement, another good statement too.
Yeah, bro. Look what it snuck in on here. Oh, Alamo, what's up, bro? Alamo.
Yo.
I ain't seen
Yeah.
old Alamo in a minute, but Alamo, you got yourself together, man. We got to bring you. You got to come back on the cast, man. We ain't heard. We miss you, bro. We ain't seen you in a while. But yeah. What I'm gonna do probably. We probably gonna have a segment, man, where we just talking about certain things, just make it kind of on the joke of the side of the game for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know Mr. Charlie said we just be getting too deep. That's probably why he be cutting our ass off.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Like I said, I promote promote black-owned small businesses or whatever the case may be. Y'all got videos. You want me to promote it? Send it to chaosdjsmusic@gmail.com or djchaos08@yahoo.com. You know what I'm saying? Send me pictures or whatever, diagrams or whatever. If you're doing some kind of business, standpoint situations or whatever, you got a little business that you want to promote to the world. But man, that goddamn Curtis, man, that dude there. That's why.
Promote my business while you at it. My business. My business is promote my business is Mind Your Business LLC.
Bro, you ain't lying, goddamn. With the red flags going across that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shit. When they started that bullshit, I'm like, man. I'm like, how about y'all motherfuckers mind your goddamn business with the flags going across?
Yeah.
Okay, bro. You say you turned up for your birthday, huh? Yeah, okay. That's what's up. But I ain't gonna be able to do the podcast Saturday, no way, because I gotta do Tim Kane. Shout out to Tim Kane and Miss Kane for their marriage, proposal. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, big shout out to the brother. Huh?
Yeah, because I'm supposed to be doing his reception this weekend, so in Hollandale. So I'm not gonna be able to be doing the podcast Saturday. I might probably, if I fill up to it, it all depends. Because 9 times out of 10, when I get home, man, I be in my chill mode, man. I'm not trying to be all over the damn place. So
right.
9 times out of 10, I probably might just let that week probably bypass, for the podcast that week, and probably just wait till next week, the week after next, to do something. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I know I won't be able to get on because I'll be at work on the weekend, so I know I won't be. I can listen in, but I won't be able to chime in much. Cause I told Miss Charlie last weekend, fuck you, I ain't coming in. Excuse my language. He gonna text me this week. You gonna be in next weekend? I say I should. Because Friday come out, man, I'll be I ain't on your plantation. I'll tell you, fuck you in a minute. I'll find me something else to do.
One thing I can tell
business.
One thing I can tell you about Caucasian people like that, they'll respect you more if you stand up on your 2 feet and be a man about what you believe in, more than you being a pussy. If you be a pussy, they're gonna treat you like a pussy.
Bro, listen, one thing I never did, bro, when it come to my personal life and my family, bro, don't no job take precedence. I've been learning that. If I'm telling you straight up, hey, I got shit going on at the house, I can't come in. All this about, well, we don't need you, man, fine. See, when you got skills to pay the bills, man, I'm not locked into no motherfucking one. I'm not locked in like that. I'll tell you, bye.
No, sir. Hell no.
That's that's not my bloodline. That ain't my pedigree.
That's boss. Yeah. That's boss man shit right there.
Yeah, that's just my pedigree.
I mean, it's just like me. I drive trucks. Everybody. I mean, I've been driving trucks. Damn, going on 20 years now. And you know what? I drive over here at WFX for about 4 or 5 years now. Going on next year will be 5 years. So these people over here, they already know that I've basically contribute my life and things of whatnot to this company. So they not really gonna trip with me on those situations. Especially I'm a contractor too. So they gonna pretty much look out for me more than I look out for my damn self at times.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like tomorrow, I got to get up out of here in the morning tomorrow so I can get on here to Oklahoma City and drop this load off that's going to Kentucky. So I get another load going on, bring on to Hollandale. I'm gonna try to be. I'm gonna making my business be in Hollandale Friday evening. Hopefully, God will not be there Friday evening, so I can go and get everything set up for Tim's situation Saturday. But
Yeah.
hopefully, behold, I'm trying to get this truck traded off. I gotta get up out of this truck because this is a beautiful truck. Don't get me wrong. It done its job, but the warranty didn't bypass me. And my company was
Oh,
telling me, yeah, my company said that they basically voided out the warranty on this truck,
right.
Volvo. So they didn't know at the time when they got these trucks when they was ordering these trucks for us to to pick up and buy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they found out, they was telling me I have an option to get into another truck or keep this truck, and I'm like, if they got a voided out warranty, I don't want to be in no shit like this because if
Right.
something really go really wrong with this truck, it's gonna be on me, and I'm not
I'll be on you.
I'm not gonna let that happen because that's gonna take money out of my pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully tomorrow when I get down that way, hopefully they'll have some good rides for me. I want this Kenworth. They got an 18-speed transmission that they selling over there at the company. But I'm trying to get. I ain't never drove 18 speed, but I've been watching videos on how to shift that motherfucker.
Shift.
I done
Yeah.
drove 10 and 13, but I never drove 18. 18 is the highest gear.
Right. 18 gauge. Yeah. Right.
That motherfucker there got when you got an 18 speed, you got a powerful motherfucker. Cause
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of gears and shit, but you ain't gotta use all those gears. I found that out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Right.
but I'm gonna probably jump in one of them motherfuckers when I get over there. If they got this Peterbilt that I want, then I might just get that motherfucker instead. But I don't know.
Well, that's the
I mean, I
granddaddy
just
of
don't.
them.
Oh yeah,
That Peterbilt
but I'm
boy.
yeah. So
Well,
I just don't want no fucking Freightliner because I know that's basically what they had when I was at the yard. But I was like, I don't want that little pussy shit because
shit.
that was my truck when I was a rookie back in the day. I gotta be old.
Yeah. Yeah. That
I'm an old
Freightliner.
motherfucker now. I want an old man
That's
truck.
yeah. That Freightliner though. That's just like you might well. That's just like getting you a VW Beetle compared to a Mercedes.
Hell
You
yeah,
might well.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And Freightliner is over there with Chrysler now. Daimler Chrysler owns Freightliner now.
Yeah, piece of shit. Piece of shit. Piece of
Exactly.
shit. You
All it is.
show me any Chrysler you see on the road after 15, 20 years. You ain't gonna find no Chryslers on the road. The bitch is gonna be in the boneyard. Man, Chrysler don't
Yeah,
make no
yeah,
cars,
yeah.
man.
That's why. But see, Freightliners
It
are the
look
cheapest
good.
trucks. Yeah, Freightliners are cheap trucks, and they get good fuel mileage. But a lot of times, the maintenance on that motherfucker is notorious.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. If
they
you're
not
gonna do
really
that,
all
you
that
might
good.
well stick with Volvo then.
Hell yeah, exactly. So that's why I said I'm gonna get up out of this Volvo and get back in the big boy Kenworth. I sure hate I traded my Kenworth in at one for this truck here. I literally traded a Kenworth in for this truck.
Right.
But that's all right. You learn, you live, you learn, you move the fuck on.
Live you
But
learn.
man,
Live you learn.
let me get up on off of this thing, man, bro. Much love and respect to you as always, man, for coming on this
Yeah.
goddamn podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
Cause shit, a lot of times I be lonely. I be like, what the fuck am I gonna talk about? I ain't got my team on me on here now. I be like, damn. But I be like, are we still trying to hold it up? Goddamn it! I
Yeah,
was like,
you
oh
can hold it in the road. You can hold it in the road.
hell yeah. I mean, a lot
Yeah,
of times, if I got some shit to say, I'm gonna say it. And if this shit, and if it start getting boring to me, I'm like, okay, well, then I'm gonna go ahead and end this podcast. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, because we got 3 hours and 6 minutes, so we had a lot of shit to talk about tonight. But
Right,
anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end this thing, man. Much love to you, bro. You have a good night,
Yeah.
and we gonna holler at you
Much
later.
love, bro. Yes,
All
sir.
right,
Much love, bro. Peace
great.
out.
All right, that's going to conclude us tonight. Much love, respect to you. Appreciate the First Lady as always. You know what I'm saying? You've always been supportive of this show. You know what I'm saying? And it's just our opinion podcast as well. You know what I'm saying? You the manager. You the manager of the show. You know what I'm saying? You make sure everything is legit. And that's a real one. That's why I call you First Lady. Because you first at everything. So it's all to the good. So anyway, let me get up off this thing, man. So I give me some goddamn good rest so I can get my ass on down this goddamn road. But anyway, in the meantime, between time, it's your boy, DJ Mixmaster Chaos signing out. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Peace.